DDR3, but I need to throw a hard drive in it.
Mm.
So probably gonna be about like 75, but it's running a AMD A6, which is a 4-core processor. It would work well for if you're just running Zoom and, you know,
Just
character
this.
sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just gotta order a hard drive for it because the original one in there is weak.
Okay.
Like it's just an older drive. It's a 2012 Seagate, which is old.
Yeah. And what do you think that would total sell cost?
Probably like $100.
Okay.
This all so.
Sounds good. I can do that. Yeah, Becca's
Oh,
gonna
I
need
like
her
to-
computer on Sundays most likely, so that will give Skylar a computer to be able to play on.
Yeah.
And then he hooks a
ordered-
webcam into it, so.
Oh, so you don't even need to. This one's got a built-in webcam, so. Oh, I'm so glad this week is over.
Hello, we are audio live, just so everyone knows, but
Woohoo!
I should probably turn on Twitch, huh?
Do we have everybody today?
yep,
Hooray!
just not at the moment.
Including the voices in my head.
I feel that.
I haven't slept good all week.
Ooh.
I think someone was spoofing my phone number, and
What?
on Tuesday during lunch, I had someone threaten to unalive me.
Oh
So
my
I
god,
literally-
what?
So I literally packed all my stuff, went up to my office in Pequot Lakes, and I've been packing all week. You know, like packing heat all week.
What the heck? I'm sorry, that sucks.
So told the local cops, and he's like, he looked it up, and it's actually a hoax going around. It started down on Australia, and it's been slowly going around the globe, where they're just trying to, you know, extort,
Extort, yeah.
you know, people, you know, money out of people. And the cop and I are talking, and I'm like, I don't think they realize that I'm an Operation Iraqi Freedom vet, and I have at least 6 pistols and a shotgun in my house, and I'm accurate with all of them. And they're not little pistols either, like 38 special revolver, a 40 cal, a 45.
I mean, people are so desperate with like the scamming. So this morning, because I think you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
know, I'm originally from New York.
No.
So I got.
I would have never guessed.
What do you mean? I don't talk like I'm from New York.
That's more Jersey. Sorry
Well-
to tell you this.
Straight Fran right there, but go ahead with your story.
Straight Fran. Where do you think Jubilee's laughing from? But yeah, I got a text this morning that was like, "Oh, you have an outstanding Easy Pass," which is I don't know if that's an everywhere thing, but like New York
Fast
has a ton
lane?
of tolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a ton of tolls, so you can like just drive right through and it charges your card, whatever.
Yep.
So I get a text that I have an outstanding balance of $9, but if I don't pay it in the next 24 hours, then my outstanding balance is $100. And I was like, I was just in New York like about a month ago, so this timing is a little bit weird that like maybe it's true. So I Googled it, and that is a whole nother scam where they're trying to get people to pay toll money that they don't actually need to pay. Like it's just, they're finding everything these days,
Yes.
and it looks so realistic.
Oh gosh, yeah. Someone just tried doing that to me. They say the Minnesota tollway system. And Rory, does Minnesota have any tollways in it?
I don't think so. Maybe one if
they
we
don't.
do, otherwise no.
Nope, we don't have a single tollway in Minnesota. They do have the Easy Pass, but that is just so that way if you're down in the cities on rush hour,
You
Yeah.
can go
you
in the
can use
fast lane.
that side. You can go on the fast lane.
Oh, sorry, the carpool lane.
In the fast lane.
Yeah.
It's not the fast lane, it's the carpool lane.
You have to
Yeah,
pay to use
multiple-
the carpool lane?
Well, if you're just one person.
If you're just one
Oh.
person.
Okay. I was gonna say, New
Borderline
York, you get
personality
pulled
disorder
in.
doesn't count.
Hello, I have 4 people in the car with me. You just can't see them. But if you're in New York
Yeah.
and a cop catches you in the HOV lane, the high occupancy vehicle lane, if you're 2 people or less during rush hour, ooh,
Two
the
people
tickets
or
don't get
less?
crazy. So if you,
I'm pretty sure
allowed
carpooling
to
is 2
have-
people, no?
yeah, you're allowed to have a second person, and that's when you will no longer get pulled
Yeah,
over. But
yeah.
If you're in the HOV lane by yourself, they
Yes,
will ticket
okay.
you for so much money.
I thought they just went sideways and said, well, yeah, but 2 people isn't
2 people is
carpooling.
no longer enough. But there was a whole time that people were driving with mannequins in their front seat.
Oh, yeah, that was...
If anyone's watching this, be wary of scams. We all get them. Now
Yeah.
there's some ones that like. I'm a vet, Rory, and if you had seen the images that they sent me,
Oh, yeah.
it would bring you to bad place.
There's a-
it shook me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, there's a whole thing behind that I can't
Yeah.
discuss online.
yeah. So like it takes a lot to shake me, and it shook me. So
Let's see. So, Ryder is here.
hi, Ryder.
Eventually, he is here. Well, thank you all for being willing to adjust your time so that I can attend that meeting today.
Happy to help however we
Music stuff.
can.
Yeah. So looking forward to that meeting. We'll see how that goes tonight. But let's go ahead and kick it off. Let's go video live. Video. There we go. Well, I get this in order. Tom, do you want to do a fantastic, energetic recap of our last session?
Absolutely. So you're saying I need to kick up the caffeine a little bit. Gotcha. So last
Yes.
session we started up coming to Northern Lights, where we tried to persuade the guards to let us in. You know, talking about the fights we'd been through, the teleportation circles, how we got there. We tried bribing them. Eventually, as the guards were talking, we learned that an orc had arrived a couple days ago. He kind of described Amat. A red robe person that was fancy also arrived about the same time. We also learned we're like hundreds and hundreds of miles away from Wood's Edge. So pretty much my horses and my cart are probably gone. Sad panda. We also were able to learn, after we entered the city through diplomacy, thanks to Rihu, if I remember correctly. Cedric remembered where his house was. We entered there, we saw the condition, smelled the condition. It was quite musty, and since Cedric said that we could stay there, we started cleaning. And Cricket did not want to leave because she was in like, hey, I want to make this my own. During the cleaning, Jubilee found an extremely creepy rag doll under the sheets of an upstairs bedroom, and in that room it was just eerily cold compared to the rest of the house. After a while cleaning, Raja and Vantelord were like, hey, let's go to the blacksmith in the center of town. But as they approached, they saw total chaos. Skeletons, Satari, Morin Duke, and Amat. And after panicking, Vantelord finally remembered that he had one of the sending stones and Jubilee had the other, which then he proceeded to yell into the stone that Morin Duke and Amat are in town attacking. And Jubilee's like, who are these guys? And who's everyone? And how do we get there? While everyone, and it's like a half mile from where Cedric's place was to the center of town, Vantelord and Raja worked together to try to at least keep the attackers busy while the rest of the group came. Once they were there, we were able to down most of the skeletons, 2 of the Satari, and Morin Duke. After Morin Duke was killed, Vantelord chopped his head off, very unpaladin-like, and Jubilee proceeded to loot Morin Duke's body.
I mean,
Mind
he
you,
is
we're still
evil.
in the middle of combat.
You're
evil,
in
yeah.
combat. I mean, it's not just completely random.
I know, but it's still compared to the last 37 sessions. That's not normal.
Yeah.
And we ended session in combat. Amat is invisible to us. There are still some skeletons up, and at least one Satari, because we saw at least 3 previously. We only know that we've killed 2. So yeah, we're in combat. Amat's invisible. Probably still some skeletons and at least one Satari.
Jubilee and Cricket have no more spell slots left.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great.
It is rough. The sounds cascading off the buildings, the stonework, the the ground and the fountain splashing, barely audible in the background. As although some skeletons have fallen, and some Satori have as well, there do still remain some that are up and out. Amat is invisible, unknown if she's still in the area where we left off. Jubilee had just straddled Morin Duke's body as she was rifling through his belongings, through his cloak and his coat, and trying to find what was on him. Pulling out 2 scrolls and opening them where we left off last time. I forget the initiative order. However, we can just start a new one. After we find out what Jubilee decides to do, then we'll go ahead and roll a new initiative.
Now, Jubilee, do you remember your wish was at the end of last session?
I feel like I should, but I do now. Wait, I don't remember. What was it?
Wasn't it to start getting back
You
some
wa-
of the memories from other people? Or was that the
No,
one before?
You wanted to talk with Morin Duke's dead body.
Yes, I did!
I made a note of that just because of how weird that request was.
Why
So-
is it a weird... Are you saying that any request that I make is weird? Because, like...
No, that one was just more weird than normal.
So,
And that's coming from me.
Jubilee, you are straddling his body as you pull out these 2 scrolls. Anything is still optional. You could pack them up, you could walk away, whatever the case is. What in this moment is Jubilee doing as you're rummaging through his belongings?
Well, what I would like to do is I think I have a spell for this, don't I think.
You haven't yet opened these up either, so just setting the scene.
Okay, and okay. Let's
She did open
this.
a scroll.
She was in the process,
was-
so just in this moment,
I think that,
they're not open.
we like cut the session as I was opening it,
Right,
didn't we?
so that's what I'm saying.
So I want
So
to
I-
finish opening
Okay,
that.
that's what I was wondering. So you're opening the first one, right?
Uh-huh.
You open it, and as you open it, you see that it looks to be some kind of contract. What do you do?
I just want to give it like a quick skim. I'm not trying to spend a whole lot of time
Okay.
like reading word for word because I know that there's a lot happening right now.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay.
Y'all, we're starting the session with a natural 20, and I have a +7, so it's a 27.
All right. With that, you recognize that it is a contract. So there's particular areas that you understand you need to look. You look at the top, see what parties are involved. You look in the middle and towards the bottom, right? Just to validate that this contract is it written? Is it filled out? Is it contractual? You quickly open up the second one as well and take a look at that one.
Does it have names on the first one?
Both
Like-
of them. They're both complete. They're both fully. They're active contracts by all appearances. Jubilee, if you could check your Discord.
Uh-oh. I haven't afraid.
Never be afraid.
Did you DM it to me?
I am sending you something over there.
Okay. I'm in it whenever you send it.
Okay. You open them up. You do see that there is 2 parties involved in this contract. And then at the bottom you see signatures as well, in some kind of different reddish colored ink. And there's plenty of details in there. It is a fully legitimate contract. It does resonate in an odd manner, not like it's not illegal, it's not a typical contract you would see if you got one from here, right? There's a different level of writing that's in here. The two names that you see, one, you see Daisy, and the second one, you see Casimir. Go ahead and roll a percentile dice.
Uh-oh. Just the percentile, or you want like the whole deal?
Yeah.
95.
95. So, Taylor, every time I've been having you roll percentile die, all throughout the previous sessions, it's a matter of how does emotionally pressing memories impact Jubilee. That's why you've been rolling percentile die. Go ahead and roll a d4 and tell me what you get.
Okay. A 2?
2. Jubilee, you read these names and something on a very core essence of your being, as if your molecular structure is impacted by reading these names and reading these contracts. The contracts, extremely familiar, but more so the names, as you read and then are compelled to say these names, it strikes you to your core. So much so that for the next 2 rounds, you're gripping them, stunned, shocked by the names you're reading. You have no way of comprehending what these names are, or like who they are. You can't place it, but it has rattled you to your core.
It's just that like familiarity that you feel like you're there, but you can't figure out where you are. Or
It's like you've been ripped from your body.
yeah.
Okay.
With an intensity. It's Doctor Strange, Astral projection by force, right? Like the Hulk being forced out of his body. This was not of your fruition, and you feel a contention point with the Raven Queen.
Ooh.
Let's go ahead and roll for initiative. First one's from 20 to
I rolled
25.
a 1.
I also rolled a 1.
Okay, 20 to 25. 15 to 20.
Oh no.
10 to 15?
No, wait, seriously?
Okay. Matt had a 10. 5 to 10.
I got a 7.
I got
Sorry.
8.
I had to pull up my online roller again. It took a minute.
What'd you get?
I rolled 19.
Okay. Well, that's good. Okay. Cricket, you had an 8. Who had 7? Raja?
Yeah.
And then Vanderlord and Jubilee with a 1.
Uh-huh.
What's your guys'
Thank-
dex?
Thanks for the sub, Roger.
0.
What's your dex, Jubilee?
What is my dex?
And yes, thank you for the sub.
I also have a +0. We gotta do rollies.
Do rollies. Roll a d6.
Oh, D6, okay.
Or a d20, whatever you guys pick. I don't care.
I
Tom,
just
you want
rolled
to
a
do 6
6.
or... Okay, what'd you
got-
get on your D6? I also rolled a
6.
D6. Oh, I got a 4. Okay, you go.
Okay. Anti-Lord and then Jubilee.
I mean, it is fitting for what's happening right now that I'm just completely distracted.
All right. So Rihu, you are up. Oh, also, last session, because of the distance that some of you had to travel, in order to make it there in an expedited fashion, you had to take 1 point of exhaustion. That would be, I believe, Rihu, Cricket, and Jubilee.
Yeah, I think
All
so.
have 1 point, which is -20 to all d20 rolls.
Great.
Rihu.
No,
Wait,
not
a
a
negative one?
20, a -1.
No, a -20.
I was like,
Roll a
a
natural
negative-
20, it's always 0.
Yeah,
A -1 to d20s.
I rolled a -18 on that one.
And Rihu, where are you?
In a chair.
I legitimately forget
I
where
think
you are.
he was fighting some skeletons, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right here.
I'm not. Yeah, I was obviously missed the last half of that last session. So
Yes. You are by a dead body. He has.
I think he took out 2 skeletons.
Yep. So there was a skeleton here. This body, this human was fighting the skeleton. Vantalord and you were fighting in this area, and now you are here.
Okay.
You do see over by Cricket, there's a Satari, a couple civilians, 3 civilians, a skeleton, a Satari, Cricket over there, the dead skeleton in person by you. Moore and Duke is back here with Jubilee. Over by Vantalord back here is a dead skeleton.
Okay.
And a civilian. And a Satari civilian over there. And a Matt, you can see her here. She is not here. She is invisible. This is just the last spot that she was identified to be.
Okay. That is very helpful. Thank you. Seeing a couple over there. I'm gonna go by Cricket and try to get that Satari kill.
I will just let you know you don't see me either. Cricket's also invisible.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay. So I see the citizens with the Satari, so
Yep.
I will go over there to try and help them.
Okay. As you arrive
far is
over
that
there,
movement?
it's your full movement.
Okay.
Let's double check that. I want to say it is, though. Oh, you have 30 or 40.
30, I believe.
So you're back here.
Okay.
Unless you're able to bonus action dash, you're back 10 feet still.
Okay. I will get there, and then I will hold an action of just a unarmed strike if a Satari gets near me.
Okay. So you
And that'll
see,
be my turn.
perfect. And did you want? So you're holding your action. Okay. So you see the
Yep.
skeleton, the 3 civilians, the Satari, and
Yeah, just in case anything comes, I will have
Okay.
my action ready.
perfect. Next is Matt. She is going to look at. She is going to appear over here. So she becomes visible again. She is going to cast Phantasmal Killer on Vantalord. Vantalord, I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Hmm. $19.
Well,
For the +6.
pretty sure. Spellcasting. Oh. You didn't make it by much, but you did make it. You tap into the nightmarish nightmares of a creature you can see within range. Create an illusionary manifestation of its deepest fears, visible only to the creature. Target must make a Wisdom saving throw or failed save. Target becomes frightened. On a failed save, target becomes frightened for the duration. At the end of the turn, target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 4d10 psychic damage. On a successful save, the spell ends. So you take no damage. You feel this essence. You start to feel a warping of your mind as little flickers of those nightmares you've been having, of your fears starting to manifest, but they fade away and you resist. She is going to move back.
Wait, did you say that we were able to see a Mott?
Yeah, she became visible, and then she cast a spell on you. The spell failed, and she moved back. And now it's Cricket's turn.
Well, seeing a Mott become visible, since that's who I was running after. How far is she from me now?
Whew, she is across the square.
Yeah, she's a
from you.
height. Yeah. I seem to recall last session all I did was run. Sounds like I might be doing the same thing again this session, so I will turn around and dash towards her.
All right.
Using my action and movement for just running, so 60 feet is as far as I can make it. I am still invisible, however, because all I've done is put on the ring and move.
There you go. Anything else?
No, that's it for now.
All right. Next is Raja, then Vantalord.
Oh yeah, Roy. You don't have the stream up on the map or on map
Oh.
up on the stream.
Good catch. Thank you. There we go.
Where is Raja from a map?
Raja.
Between those two buildings in the back. In between the two shops.
There you are. Oh, you're up here.
I'm over there.
You're on top of the fountain.
Oh, I still am?
Yeah.
I thought I dropped that.
I think you climbed back up there, right?
I might have.
Okay.
If I'm still up there, then yeah.
So 60 feet.
Okay. And then how many arrows do I have? Because don't you still have my notebook?
Yes. 1 second. You could drop straight down if you want, and then you're still 40 feet away. So, depending on your land, you're 40 feet if you drop straight down. 1 second. Okay, write this down. You got a pen and paper? I shouldn't have asked that. You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
1 fire, 1 water, 3 wind, 2 earth.
Now,
And the maps
we
and
ask
orc.
that you don't damage the wind. We don't feel like you breaking it.
Real quick, also, just so you know, I don't know how familiar you are with your D&D Beyond sheet, Skylar, but you can track notes on items. So for example, I have certain number of charges for the staff that I got. And so in there, I just have a note that says how many charges I have right now. So that way I can adjust it, and it's all in my D&D Beyond character sheet. So you might want to do that for you can even do that for your arrows, or tip for anybody, I guess, if you have anything that needs to be edited, instead of, if you don't want to have a physical paper and your D&D Beyond open, you can do both.
I track my arrows that way.
I'll shoot a mat with fire arrow probably. Yep. Or I'll shoot at her, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
That's 21.
21?
Yep.
21 hits.
Is she occupied right now? I go have a sneak attack damage on that.
No. Unless there's something else that gets it, you don't have, you don't have advantage from anything, and you're not hidden. So, unless there's something else granting it for you.
It's just if another enemy's within 5 feet.
Okay, no, she's solo.
Okay. And then I'll use the strike and the giant, the fire strike.
Okay.
So 8 damage for the arrow. You know what the fire thing does. I don't know what it does.
No, you tell me. But...
And then 0. No, the fire arrow.
Oh,
I mean-
got it. Is that the one you're using? Fire?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And then I got a 0 for the fire damage. So what is that? 10.
So 18 plus the arrow?
Yeah. Because the 0 is 10, right?
Yeah. Yes, right, Tom? 0 is a 10.
If,
Always mess
if
that
it's
up.
being rolled, if it's being rolled by itself, yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Any movement or bonus action? Anything else, Skylar?
I'm gonna hop down
Okay.
and then run to a mat.
Are you trying to just jump down, or are you trying to scale down?
I'm just gonna go down, fairly quick.
Okay, just make a quick acrobatics check.
$28.
Okay. No problem. You don't slip in the fountain, you don't slip on any rocks, you're able to just pop down just fine.
And then, yeah, I'll
Shouldn't
go
that have
right up.
used half his movement, Rory? I think you gave him his full movement on the ground.
I gave him full movement on the ground. For the dropping, he literally just essentially dropped, gravity dropped.
Oh yeah,
So-
and I also use my bonus action to dash, because that's a 40-foot distance. I can only move 30 feet.
Okay, and then you're using dash for your bonus? No.
To get me to her, that last 10 feet.
Okay, perfect. Anything, and that's your full turn, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So you're standing toe to toe with a mat. You see as you approach her, she by all means is an orc, but it's almost like all the features are there when you look at her, Raja. But you can see her skin is pulled real tight, almost like you can see a lot of her skeleton. There are a couple spots you see on her hands that aren't. She's not hiding anything other than she has her robe on, right? But you do see a couple spots that are almost look like rotting flesh. You smell it, it's the smell that catches you, and then as you're prepping to engage in your roguish style, you watch the hands and you see some rotting flesh on the hands with this sunken skeleton-ish skin-covered orc look. Vantalord, followed by Jubilee.
Okay. She looks like she's what, about 60 feet from me right now? Oh man. I'm going to take my. I bet you're right on. That's about 65 or 65 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna take my full 25 feet of movement,
Okay.
and then I am going to throw my trident at her.
So are you trying to come over to the side of the stairs so you can see her?
Yes.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay. And yeah, I know Raj is next to her, so I have to.
How far can you throw a trident? That seems
60
like
feet. I can throw a trident 60 feet.
that's wild.
And I rolled a 25.
That hits.
I have a +6 on a trident throw, which is fantastic.
It's like the
I love it.
Olympic, like
Oh my
javelin
gosh.
throwing, but with the trident.
And 8 points of damage is what's done.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, let's see what type of chaos do I want to cause? You know what? And I'm gonna cast Branding Smite, but that won't take effect to the next time I damage her.
Sounds good. The trident, Raja, you just suddenly see it just jab into her leg as she reaches down and yanks it out, causing that 8 points of damages. Vantalud gets a clean hit. Impressed by your companion's efforts. The Jubilee.
Well, I'm stunned still, right?
Correct.
I sent you a message in Discord
Oh.
also that I'm not sure if I'm allowed to use on this turn.
So you're trying to dig deeper into what that was?
Yeah, like why it feels so familiar.
Okay, sure. Let's go with that. You're not making any
Okay.
kind of action or anything. Basically, you're just locked in your mind
No,
trying to
I
figure
think-
this out.
So the way it's worded, I'm pretty sure that I can just like use an ability. I was gonna ask if I could like make a history check
Mm-hmm.
or like an intelligence check or something like that, and then I'm able to like add the d6 after I know what the roll is.
Yeah, let's go with a history check.
Okay, let's see. I think I'm worse at that one, so I shouldn't have said that out loud. Let's see. Yup, but that's okay.
Hopefully we roll really high. Okay, not bad. 17.
17. While you're locked in place, in the cage of your mind, you roll over this contract over and over, just rapidly reading it, trying to figure out frantically, almost the cacophony of sounds around you has almost just become one big blur of white noise, but loud all around you. Tunnel visioned on this contract.
Uh-oh.
There is a clear wall blocking your history. There's a clear wall in your memory.
Okay, so I don't remember anything specific.
You do. You remember that this contract. How do I say it? Like it's. You remember that it is a devilish contract.
Okay. Whew.
So the extent before, when you were reading that, or when you recognized this was an abnormal contract, you now fully recognize it to be a devilish contract.
Okay.
And the name itself, these names still slightly elude you.
Okay. Ooh, I guess that was probably considered like my action for the turn, right?
Yeah, because you really don't have an action.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
All
I'll
right.
just keep thinking and be traumatized.
And so on the it's 2 rounds stunned, right? So then Rihu, and then Amat and Cricket.
Might help if I unmute myself. Okay, so that Satari is still over there.
It is right now. You recognize it's kind of grotesque body language, and it looks like it's beginning to get ready to pounce.
Okay. I am going to move the additional 10 feet,
Okay.
and then I am going to use an unarmed strike on it. I rolled a 16 with a 6 plus 6, so 22 to hit.
22 hits.
All right. And then the damage. Oops, sorry, wrong. Is 5 points of damage.
5 points. You land a solid hit on it, but you do feel that exoskeleton, the strength in that shell.
And I'm gonna use a key point for my flurry of blows,
All right.
which gives me one more unarmed strike. Which I rolled a 17 to hit for the second hit.
17 hits.
And 6 points of damage on that one.
All right. You feel as your second hit lands, you feel and hear a solid crunch in the shell. You even hear its stomach slam against the ground, but it looks like it's more than just a twitch. It is still hanging on.
Okay. That is all I can do.
All right. Then we roll back to Amat. With Raja now standing side by side with her. Frustrated with both a flaming arrow puncturing, striking her, as well as a trident. She is going to cast another spell. Cricket, you're still invisible, correct?
Sorry, I nodded my head, but yes.
Yep.
I never like when he draws something with the dome.
All right. Out of a sense of frustration, Raja, you especially, Vantalord, even you're not overly far. You're 30-ish feet away, 40 feet away. Raja, you being right next to her, even that tight skin, so tight, emotions almost seem not possible to express on the face. But there's this roar that comes deep within inside of her as she casts a spell reaching forward towards Vantalord, and a dark, shadowy, almost shadowy figure-looking essence shoots from each finger, landing on and around, or all around Vantalord, as it suddenly blasts out in a 60-foot radius as she casts Circle of Death. A sphere of negative energy ripples out 60 feet in a 60-foot radius from the point within range. Each creature in the area must make a con saving throw, or take half as much damage on a save. So that would be all the 1, 2, 3, 4 civilians, Vantalord, Jubilee, Cricket, and Raja.
Was it 60-foot radius or diameter?
60-foot radius.
Okay.
Does she have to do it too?
It doesn't look like it. I mean, it says each creature.
Says each creature,
but
not each creature you choose.
Okay, here we go. I'll go with it. Sounds like a familiar conversation.
And And then what kind of save is it?
It's a con save.
Constitution.
Save.
Oh, I really hope I passed with a 17.
Why?
I don't know. You get like a 19 before and you barely pass?
I also got a 17.
Don't forget to
I think
subtract one.
Oh, I got a 16.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I got a 15. Well, I rolled a 16, but I got a 15.
I like how hard you're trying to get Raja in there, but keep her out.
Well, you're right next to her, so Vantalord and Raja are her primary targets. Jubilee's just over there, and she doesn't know that Cricket's there. But
Yeah.
she's gonna cast it essentially on the other side of Jubilee, so that the 60 feet lands right in front of her.
Still got 4 more feet though.
And that does.
Oh yeah, you do. You have 56.4.
I
Yeah,
mean, he
that's
could
why
just
it's on the
do-
other side of Jubilee.
It could, yeah, it's just even. It could just go past it.
However-
I mean, I think like
That's
generally
okay.
spellcasters, I feel like are smart enough to know the range of their spells and like not affect themselves.
Here we go.
Maybe not
Unless
level
they're
one.
truly
but-
angry.
Really hard for you.
If she moves
I'm just
it-
saying you don't want to bite that to bite us in the butt. We have more spellcasters on our side that are gonna get screwed if we start getting nitpicky about that.
So it's literally just going to be on the other side of Jubilee, to be able to still pull Raja in. By pulling Raja in, she cannot get Rihu. Rihu, you see this necrotic energy. You see, you feel it in your core, and the ground, all inside of this circle. You all can see it. The ground even shifts. It becomes a almost like a soot. Like it's almost like ash, but not. Raja, you see this circle ends just feet behind you. Cricket, what'd you get?
A 15.
Okay. Raja.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I got 8.
You got 8, okay. Vantalord,
I got a 17.
okay. And Jubilee,
16.
16.
It was Constitution, right?
Constitution, yep.
Do you want us rolling for the civilians, or you got that?
Yeah, sure. Each of you, let's go with the, 1, 2, 3, there's 4 civilians. 1, 2, 3, 4. So each of
So
you
each
roll.
of us.
Yep.
Do you? They don't have any bonuses, probably.
No bonus to their con.
Well, I'm sure this civilian failed.
What'd
This
yours
one
get?
did with a 14.
Mine's a 10.
10. Vantalord, your civilian.
14.
14. Raja, your civilian.
16.
16. And Jubilee, your civilian.
A 9.
Okay. Uh, 6, 12, 18, 26, 28, 28, 30, 29, 35.
Points of damage.
35 to each of those civilians. Except for Raja's. Raja, your civilian passed. Oh, wait. What?
He had a 16 for
Yep,
a civilian.
yep. Raja, your civilian passed. Cricket,
What about? Yeah.
Cricket, Raja, you both failed. Vantalord and Jubilee, you both passed.
If I wasn't exhausted, I would have succeeded.
So that's 17 points of damage, necrotic damage to Vantalord, 17 points of necrotic damage to Jubilee. Everyone else took 35 points of necrotic damage except for Rihu.
Oh God,
That hurt.
that is bad.
As
man.
this wave of energy ripples out through the land, as it becomes almost a soot-ish ash, these bodies just
Don't say that, Pat.
breathe out and fall to the ground effortlessly. Just everything. The leaves in the area shrivel and turn to an ash. This whole area has clearly been affected. That is her action. She knows moving away isn't gonna help much in the moment. So that's her action. This Satari is going to jump. Oh, that's a skeleton, isn't it? That human's also now dead. This skeleton's gonna come back. Oh, there's a human there. It's still gonna come back towards Vantalord. That human is a fifth human I didn't see, and is dead also. So this Satari's gonna come back. Both are gonna make an attack on Vantalord. Skeleton has a 20 to hit.
That hits.
And is going to cause 4 points of slashing damage. The Satari is going to leap and attack with a 20 to hit.
That hits too.
Vantalord, a very familiar moment of deja vu occurs as this Satari suddenly wraps onto you, jumps onto your shoulder. Its tail wraps around your neck. Its long 6 legs each. I just watched the movie Alien again in a long time, so very familiar to that movie. As these legs wrap around your skull, your very large dome, as its tail wrapped around your neck, flickering, waiting to make its strike. That is the Satari's turn. I just got to take a moment to point this out. You guys, I got Easter eggs in here. Does this guy look familiar to anyone? There we go. Okay.
Oh, not Eldritch.
Yes. Okay, this skeleton over here is going to attack this civilian. Rihu, you see as you're running up to this here Satari, this skeleton makes this attack on the civilian, hits, solid strike into the hip. Like there is a loud guttural scream from this man as this sword sank deep. He still seems to be alive, but he is rough. The Satari itself barely holding on to life, yet there is still some life in it. It will make an attack on you. Does 12 hit?
No.
Alright. You are able to nimbly avoid it. This one over here will attack this human. Or this civilian over here and strikes. Also wrapping its legs around its head, wrapping its tail and getting ready for its next attack. Same over here. Skeleton and Satari. Skeleton. Miss. Satari. Hits. Jumps on this woman's back. Legs wrap. Tail around the neck, waiting to strike. Skeleton will make its way over for an attack as well. And misses. Not the most intelligent of creatures. This Satari misses. Over jumps. This Satari also misses. And that takes us Cricket and then Raja.
Okay, well, Cricket is very injured after that attack. She is going to... Gosh. I think she's gonna stay the course of what she was planning to do.
Okay.
So I'm going... How far from her am I now?
You are... ...47 feet.
Okay. So if I dash again,
Mm-hmm.
I can get up close to her.
Mm-hmm.
I still have the gem. I don't know if you remember me attempting to do this last
Yes.
session.
Yes.
But I still have the gem in my hands, like wrapped up.
Okay.
I am going to try and I'm still invisible. I'm gonna try and, especially since I'm like right next to her now, just open the gem so that it is facing her and potentially takes her.
Okay.
I don't know what will happen, but
So clearly making sure that you aim that at Raja.
yeah, not at Raja, obviously. I don't think I mean, it'd be one thing if it was like she was invisible, because I was definitely worried about that, but I feel like knowing she's visible, it's pretty easy to like
Right. Yes. You
not.
have a clear view of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you open it up. Raja, you feel, and you can tell Cricket is now in your space with your blind sight. Did I ever give you stats on that?
No.
Okay. So she will make a save. You see, as you open it, or as you uncover it, you also get this very skin-tight, skeleton-ish, kind of rotting flesh in some areas look of her as well. And you start to try to pull her into this gem. You're holding it, and you see almost like this phasing, or like this pulsing, as it's almost like it pulls and sucks back and sucks back. And it seems like she has been able to resist the gem. Or not seems. She was able to. She didn't get sucked into the gem.
Interesting. Okay.
You definitely saw it tugging at her. It just didn't.
Right. Honestly, especially because I'm invisible, I'm gonna stay here. I'll close it back just in case Raja moves in front of me or something, but I'm just gonna try again next time, I guess.
All right.
'Cause I'm trying to remember what happened when we walked through it before. And I feel like, yeah, I mean, Jubilee is the only one who actually got sucked in, but is that because, did anybody else try? Does anybody else remember?
Raja almost got sucked in.
Raj almost got sucked in too. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess I would recognize that it's like not a guarantee and hope that I could do it again.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll just stand there.
Awesome. That takes us to Raja, then Vantalord, and Jubilee.
Raja will use his Phoenix's Heart ability.
Okay.
Can I use that on myself?
Yep. Yourself or anyone else.
And that's a bonus action?
What did I give it to
It
you
says
as?
touch. The Shield of Life says reaction, but the Phoenix's Heart is just...
We'll call that an action. It's essentially the equivalence of a lay on hands.
Okay, then I'll use my second win.
Okay.
That is a bonus action.
And what are you getting from that?
D10 plus 2. So I got 7.
Nice.
And then I'll attack her with my rapier.
Okay. Roll to hit.
$23.
23 hits. Man, you guys are striking high.
And then I get advantage.
Yes.
You do.
Yep.
It's that one's was lower, but so then I get my sneak attack too. What's that? Okay, so 11 damage for the rapier,
Okay.
and then 14 damage for sneak attack, so that'd be
Hot damn.
25.
Make a clear strike with your rapier, puncturing into her side. Normally, you would see blood just start to come out as if you just punctured her kidney. Yet, although there is some fluid that comes out, there is not what you would expect as far as the quantity. It's more viscous. It's darker reddish black. And there's just not much coming out. Even the puncturing seemed to be quite easy. Anything else for your turn? Any movement? Nope. Vantalord. Vantalord,
No.
then Jubilee.
Well, I'm glad I was able to reread my Branding Smite because it's targeted on myself. So I'm going to take my longsword and I'm going to attack the skeleton. And if I attack it successfully, the skeleton's also going to take an additional 2d6 of radiant damage.
Alright.
Let's see, that's sword plus 7. Does an 18 hit?
18 hits a skeleton.
Okay, I would hope so. So there's the d8. There's 9 points of damage. Plus the 2d6 is another 9 points of damage.
Hot dang. 18 points of damage. As you strike it, its bones almost just shatter and explode as it falls to pieces. Sword clanging to the ground.
Okay. And I'm going to cast my Branding Smite again because it's a bonus action.
Okay.
And I am then going to use my dagger to attack the Centauri on my neck. 'Cause he hasn't latched in yet, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So being that I've got that +1 dagger. Ah! Rolled off. Okay, let's re-roll this. Where did my dagger go? Oh, my Lantatom. Plus, does a 17 hit that?
A 17 hits the Centauri, yes.
Okay. So, that is a D. Oh, it's a D4 plus 4 because of my strength modifier. So 7 points of damage.
Okay.
The dagger, and then the 2d6. I almost maxed it. 11 points of damage.
So 18 points?
Yeah.
Those memories come back fast and fierce. You feel it and see its legs around you, quickly striking at this skeleton and switching off with your offhand, bringing the dagger up by your chin and just puncturing through the belly, and then thrusting the Centauri off your head as it falls dead to the ground.
Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my movement. Amat's still standing, correct?
She is still standing.
Okay. I'm going to do a run and jump to her. Because I can, as long as I get 10 feet of running, I can jump up to 8 to 17 feet. And I have 25 feet of movement.
I like how you just
I
cheating your extra little couple feet there. Instead of
No,
25,
I
you get
just-
30.
No, I have 25 feet of movement.
You're
If you
getting
take a
17 of a
10-foot
jump.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So if I take my full movement and I jump, I can land right in front of her. So that's
Yes.
what I'm going to do.
Gotcha, yes. That works. Absolutely.
I remembered the D&D rule.
Although-
I had to double check it.
Although, I do want you to make Cricket.
Is he gonna try and run into me?
Well, he doesn't know you're there, and you're slightly in front of her.
Yep.
True.
So
I mean,
You
I
would-
don't know
you would
if
see
I
him
can
coming?
see him coming and just step out of the way too.
just for fun, roll in acrobatics. It's a super low DC.
Okay.
He is not quiet at all.
Oh, she has to roll it? Okay.
Yeah, does she turn around and move quick enough?
I hope 4 is high enough.
Oh my god.
That is so low. But
I'm
yes,
I'm gonna call it Han.
person.
but yes,
I'm
I
gonna
was
call it Han.
I was essentially looking for a 1. Because he is so loud. You are caught up, but Raja's right there too. You hear this, you recognize the
Thankfully, I rolled a
sound.
2 and I have +2.
You you get enough time to take one step to the side as Vandalor just lands right next to you. His armor rattles. Vandalor, you even wonder if it's going to come apart because it's still so broken. You land right next to Amat.
I miss my armor.
So that's your turn, correct?
I yell yippee-ki-yay.
Jubilee.
I'm still stunned.
Last round of being stunned.
I'm just here.
She's in the zone.
In
She's
the-
just.
Auto zone.
I'm reading so hard.
Anything you're wanting to do this time like you did last time?
Can I try to do... Okay, so last time was to see if I could figure out where I knew the contract from and the names. Can I try with Morin Duke?
Sure.
Okay.
Now that you got that part, it might make this a little easier. Yeah, go ahead.
Right, okay, let's see. Ooh. 22.
Wait, 21 maybe because of the exhaustion? Does that count for like skill checks too?
All D20s, yeah.
Yep, so never mind. 26.
26?
Wait, what did I say?
21.
Then it's 20.
What- 22 down to 21. It is relatively hard because, well, he's missing a head. So,
Does he carry an ID? Does he have his circus badge on?
so his little plastic holder.
Yeah.
You look, and some of the stuff, the clothing, it resonates with you. The head is off to the side, but it's turned away, so you're not able to see the face, the facial features that would have brought a lot more clarity to you. But with the 22, you do recognize that he is a person of stature. You
Okay.
recognize that that he is like it's not overly hard to put him to a circus. What else? I mean, that head missing really kind of makes it tough for you, but you know that that's enough for you to not necessarily put a name to him as Morin Duke, being the other
Okay.
name you saw on the contract, right? So you saw
Right, Daisy and Casimir,
Daisy,
and then like
yep.
Morin Duke signing it or something. Okay.
exactly. So you see that you don't know him to be Morin Duke,
Okay.
but he must have been someone in the high in the high circles of running a circus.
Right.
But the way he comes off, he's not a performer. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he has some stature to him, but you just don't know
He's running the thing. He's
Yep.
not performing. Got it.
Right. And had you have been with him, but being you ran that time to catch up, right? It's not known quite yet to you.
Okay. How far? It's hard to see from where we're at in the video ninja right now. But how far are like Cricket, Vantalord, and Raja and
From you?
Rihu to me?
So the three of them are about 50 feet, and Rihu 70 feet.
Okay. Would I be able to yell something to them, or is that going to be for another turn?
I want to say yes. If I look at stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move, and can speak only. Yes, you can.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I am just going to kind of look up from the contract and yell, does anyone know who Daisy and Casimir are?
In the midst of battle with swords and metal clinging, does anyone respond?
Please, someone say yes. You've met them, I think.
Have we met them? I don't recognize those names.
I don't recognize the names, and I never broke their contracts. I've been keeping track of names.
I think that you guys ran into them. Oh no! I think that we like
Watch
passed
out
them
for
on the way out of
metagame.
Wait, I think that the only time that we ever ran into them was like I was trying. Okay, I know it's happening now. You have seen them. Okay. No metagaming.
I was like, I feel like I'd remember both of those things. They're like pretty specific.
All right. So you get your second shot at that. That brings us to Rihu, followed by Amat, and then Cricket.
Okay. I've just been over here with my one little Satari that I need to kill.
Yes, and you were able to avoid its attack.
Yes. So let's try and finish him off real quick. One more strike for good measure. Let's see here. I rolled a 1.
A 1. A 1 actually does not hit.
I figured that. Damn it. Just trying to think there's something else I can do here. I guess I'll do one. I'll do a bonus action for another flurry of blows.
All right.
Trying to.
Surely you won't get another 1.
No, I rolled a 18 to hit on this one.
That one hits.
Okay. And then I rolled 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Another strike comes in, slams down on it, and it just smears out across the ground in front of you. It is dead.
Oh, thank the heavens. Alright. Can you move? I just want to see the rest of the field real quick. Now that that thing's down.
So you got the skeleton right next
Yep.
to you, and then all the action behind you.
Okay. I'm gonna trust my companions right now and try and clear off this skeleton while we're over here.
All right. So you're gonna take a couple steps over to it.
Yeah. And for now, I've already used an action and a bonus action, so
Perfect.
I can't do anything further.
That takes us to Matt. All her minions are going to strike. The skeleton will strike at this human. Hits. Another tight, just solid swing into that hip of the human. Right next to you, Rihu. As that one strikes, you see the skeleton trying to pull its sword back out of the hip as the civilian, the human, just falls to the ground, dead. That one's already dead. This here one. These two skeletons will attack. Strike, strike. Both those take injuries. One of them fairly grievous injuries. The Satari will make another attack to try to hit. That one finally lands. This one, I forget if it landed last time. So it is now on this lady. Legs wrapped around this one. Is going to attack. None of you can see this, but the Satari takes its tail, strikes into the chest of this individual as it starts to pulsate blue. On the backside of Rihu, this year Satari, I believe, also landed. So it penetrates again. This one, especially to you, Cricket, although obscured by a mat and Raja, you see as the tail wraps and strikes into the body of this individual. And then there's this slight blue pulsating. Vantalord, you killed yours. These two are dead. I believe that's all of them. A Matt, though, standing right next to y'all. She is going to use her action. As in front of you, you see a almost a buildup of condensation, like water is being collected around her body, as she suddenly becomes translucent, and the water rushes. Let's go this way. As she casts Misty Step.
I want to take my opportunity attack.
Yep. Raja, you also get one, and Cricket, if you want to use it, you also get one.
I feel like would opening my gem thing again be an opportunity attack?
Why not?
Do I get my advantage?
You would have advantage. You don't get sneak attack because it's still during. It's not your turn again.
Right.
But you would get advantage. All of you would have advantage.
Then 25.
Well, I guess.
Well,
not
mine's not an
Cricket.
attack. Yeah.
Raja, you hit,
19.
and Vantalord, you
25.
hit. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Both those hit.
Okay.
And then 11 damage.
10 points for me.
11 and 10. Solid strikes. It's reminiscent for both of you. Almost like fighting zombies. Not there. But some of the smell, some of the strikes, the way that the skin folds or peels, it's not quite human anymore. Or orc. Cricket. As you have that open, her back turned to you. You see, as you feel it start to increase, it shakes in your hand. You see her cloak float back as bits and strands of its fibers begin to tether to the stone. Her almost like her hair and her skin is starting to just tether in, and she's gonna use a legendary resistance.
No! I was like, don't give me my hopes up, Rory.
As you see a large portion of her body starting, and her movement, even in her misty form, is being hindered as she's like half in and half out of this phase. You see it, and it's being sucked, and she catapults forward. Even when you see her land, her land is all off, and she slightly trips as she continues her movement forward.
So close! I thought I was gonna be doing something useful.
Oh, it was.
Oh, being that she was in water form, can I grab my trident off the ground?
Yes, it is there on the ground. Yes, by all means. That came out of her soon later. She got that bugger out. Yes, it is there for you. So that's her action. That's her movement. She starts to cry out, not like in a pain, but like a chant. You hear this rhythmic chant. Just that's she's starting to chant these phrases. This very I don't know how to explain it. Just this chant over and over as she does that for her action. That takes us to Cricket, Raja, and Vantlord.
Ooh, how far is she from us now?
60 feet. Roughly 60 feet.
Hey, guess what? I have 60 feet of movement. Can I run to her?
You can.
Uh,
You that's with your action, right? To dash.
Yeah, I'm using my action and my movement. I've just been sprinting since we left the house. That's literally the only thing I've done is sprint here, sprint through the square, sprint back through the square, sprint again. Cricket's getting a workout for the whole week.
All right. You catch up right behind her.
I mean, we're trying again. Listen. I do feel like, to be generous to you, Rory, like at some point she probably knows there's an invisible person doing something to her. Cause like, I mean, I don't know that she knows, like, you know, what I look like or anything, right? But like, I mean, I'm not being that stealthy, to be honest.
Actually, you attacked, right?
I didn't. I mean, I've just only ever been opening the gem. If that's counting as an attack, then yes. But I've not done anything other than that. Ooh, this music, this sound change.
It
It's
did.
very, very,
Never
very
trust sound
spooky.
changes.
I know.
The sound decision.
Attack, the most common attack. Attack action. Whenever you swing a sword, firing an arrow from
I
a
think
bow
typically it's like,
or fist, action makes a melee range.
but honestly,
attack.
up to you. You can also just like sort of pseudo be like, even if I'm still invisible, because I've tried it, like it'd be the same as I was invisible and yelling. She'd probably know.
Yeah,
I was
we'll play it
there,
that
you
round
know?
because it's not a melee, it's not a range, it's not
It's not
a
really
spell.
a spell attack. Yeah.
But it is clear she knows.
There's a presence.
There's
of
a
some
presence.
Sort. Yeah.
Uh,
I guess
it's
what I'm
not
saying
quite
is I'm not
blindsight,
trying to do
but-
any of this stealthily. Is what
Yeah,
I'm trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
say.
And I think we can use that going forward, unless we find it's too broken. That once it's I like your example. It's equivalent to yelling.
Right.
So,
But either way, I'm opening the cloth again.
do you have a bonus action dash?
No.
So did you use your
just-
action to dash?
Yeah, so we've been, at least what you were ruling before was that it was just a free action to do that because I was interacting with the object.
We got to change that. We'll do it this time, but that's
Hey,
too
you
broken.
gave me this broken gem, man.
Yes. That'll have to be an action moving forward. But free action, go ahead. So you do that. So she needs to roll, and I have the save over here. Let's look. Take a look. It's an intelligence save.
Is it intelligence or dex?
Intelligence. The stone is intelligence. Intelligence.
I think it might have been dex before, but I don't have any stats on it.
That
so.
sounds familiar. In the book, it's DC. Oh no, wisdom.
Wisdom? Because the reason I'm trying to remember, I mean, granted, this was many sessions ago, but I think the reason Raja passed is because his dex is so
Dex?
high compared to Jubilee. But I don't know. Does anybody else remember what we had to roll? That was so long ago.
It was Dex.
It was Dex. Let's go with Dex then. All right, so that's a plus million to Dex. This time opening it up, you also see that there's a waning, like it's not like it's losing charges, but it seems to be less and less effective the more and more you use it. The DC is 17, so it's like the DC is weaker by 16 now, right? So you can expect that, because I didn't give you the mechanics, just so you know, the more and more you use it, that DC gets easier, but it's not like you could still use it. And she passes.
All right.
That one she like, that one wasn't so hard for her. And we'll mark that down as a Dex save. DC 17 Dex is what it is for that. With a continual decline the more you use it. Repetitively. If you give it a break, it'll go back.
That's it for my turn.
Alright. Raja Vantalord Jubilee.
How far away did she Misty Step?
30 feet, and then she ran 30. So she's 60 feet away from you.
I will shoot her with a blue with an earth arrow.
Are you wanting to move? Right now you have a slight view, and it's only of Cricket unless you move.
Oh, actually, I'll just run over to her.
I was gonna say, I think you can get to her, Raja, because you have your bonus dash.
Run to her and then stab her.
Alright.
Just easier that way.
Run along the wall, do a fancy footwork around the statue, down the stairs, and you are right next to her with advantage. Both of you, both Cricket and Raja, you do see this Satari on this individual's head pulsating blue as it is sucking their life force out of them. What's that, Raja?
I got a natural 20 anyway for the first roll.
Heck yeah, that hits.
But that'd be 26 otherwise.
Yes.
And then a roll again. How does that work? I don't ever get natural 20s.
We'll double it. So double your damage and add your modifier.
Oh, we don't have to do the confirmation.
Doesn't he have to confirm it?
Oh, yes.
How do you do that?
Just roll again to hit. As long as you hit her AC.
Well, I got 15 plus 6.
That hits.
Do I add the modifier or is it flat?
Yep. Just like a normal attack. So that hits.
Then 21. Okay. And then I'd also get my sneak attack then too.
Yep. So you'll roll your damage, roll your sneak attack, double that, add your plus modifier.
So damage, I got 7, so that's 10 total for the rapier itself.
Okay, so that's 20.
Oh yeah. And then I got 10 for the sneak attack.
Okay, so that's another 20. And then you have a plus 6, correct, to your rapier?
That's the hit.
Oh.
I rolled a 7, and then that's why it was a 10.
Oh, so it's 14. It's
Yeah.
7 to 14, plus 20, plus 3. So 37 points of damage as you lunge your rapier, suddenly coming out beside her, piercing all the way through as your rapier actually punctures out the other side of her, again aiming for those vital organs. And something is wrong, and those vital organs don't seem to be doing the damage that they would normally, because it was a pinpoint attack. Still,
yeah, if she wasn't a zombie, then she'd be dead.
and I don't want to mislead, she's not a zombie, but she has very similar
Wasn't
features to
decaying.
that. And she's still standing there, her arms even lifting slightly as she continues this chanting.
Probably just doesn't brush her teeth.
Roger. Vandalore Jubilee.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take and cast my Lay on Hands on myself, and I'm going to use the rest of my 25 points of healing.
Okay.
I am very beat up. This...
You're almost dead. I can help you.
Bring out your dad. I'm not dead yet. And I am... Let's see here. I'm going to take my 25 feet of movement, and I'm going to move as far as I absolutely can. Let's see here. Instead of going diagonally across the square, I
Okay.
want to follow the stairwell. I think
Absolutely.
25 feet, that should get me to the corner of the stairwell, correct? No, it's going to get me close.
Get you up by the skeleton. It's 45 feet. 50 feet.
And I used an
to get
action
past
for
it.
my lay on hands, so yeah, I'm gonna take my 25 feet and I'm just gonna move right there.
Okay.
That's where I'm gonna hide. I'm at stand.
Yes. Tactically stand. All right, Jubilee. Your turn. As suddenly you're almost as if your essence returns to your body.
Oh, is everyone okay? How long have I been staring at that for? Okay. How? Whoa, the video ninja's doing a lot of moving. I'm trying to figure out where I am in all of this. Okay. Who can I slap with an Eldritch Blast to help?
Skeleton, Satari dead, skeleton dead, skeleton dead. That Satari's
I
dead.
think we're
There's
pretty low on
Rihu here. If you want to hit him, there's Rihu
No,
right
I don't
there.
want to do that.
There's a skeleton right here, and then looking the other way, you barely see Vandalord because of the height of the stairs. Off in the distance. That's essentially what you see there.
Okay, I'm just feeling like if I'm trying to hit things, I'm not necessarily being helpful either, because there's not too much left. So, I am going to see if I can have a conversation with this little soul here.
All right, in the middle of combat.
Yeah,
All right. You talking about communing?
Lauren Duke.
You communing with his spirit?
Yes.
And so you know it takes time.
What, like 10 minutes, kind of?
Like that kind of thing, yep.
Ritual casting
like-
kind of thing?
Yep.
Okay, then maybe I will wait till we're out of combat.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts at this skeleton then over by Rihu.
All right. Roll to
I
hit.
should be able to just take him out pretty fast. That's 17 for the first one,
That hits.
and the second one is a 21.
That hits.
But -1 to both of those because I'm still exhausted. So what, a 16?
They still hit.
And yeah, okay. Ooh, that's 10 points of force damage for the first one and 5 for the second, so 15 total.
All right. Your Eldritch Blast strike, boom, one after the other. First one taking out the hips as it flies by the still living human back there. Second one immediately following, the skull being thrown off as the ribs just fall in front of Rihu. Any movement or bonus action?
I'm gonna hang out right here because actually, you know what I want to do? How far away is his head?
Like 15 feet.
I'm gonna go get it.
All right.
Oh, that's right. I use this head as a thrown weapon.
So
Yeah,
you
were bowling with it.
Yes, I was.
you go and you grab his head.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it back. I have 30 feet of
Oh,
movement.
yeah,
so
you're
it's
gonna bring it
15
back?
feet away. I'll go get it and then I'm gonna bring it back.
Okay.
And very uncomfortably try to smush it back onto the neck a little bit. I know it's not gonna stay.
Try to pull
But-
a whole Frankenstein thing going on there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. And that uses up your creepy turn. And we go to Rihu and Amat.
I just feel like generally, if it's Jubilee's turn, it's a creepy turn.
Sometimes more than
that's
others.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. The skeleton the ribs falling to the ground in front of you. That human in front of you, also dead from the skeleton, the Satari that you killed, and the 2 civilians next to you. There is no
Okay.
immediate threat next to you, but you do see this cluster back here, and you hear your companions on the other side of the square.
I'm going to move towards obviously the rest of the group now.
Okay.
So I will dash. Use my action to dash because it's a long ways.
You just trying to get the quickest route there?
I don't want to go like directly through the fountain, but near it. So I want to
Okay.
kind of like go around a little bit.
More towards like this side,
Yeah,
or are you trying to
yeah.
go this way?
Towards that left side, kind of by.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have 30 to 60 now?
Yep. So 60.
All right. Quickly take off, sprinting, your legs picking up. You take a quick jump leap up the stairs onto the platform and land 60 feet right there.
Yeah.
Bonus action?
No, that's all I can do now. That's all I want to do.
Coming over to Matt, she is chanting, repeating these words. The air around her changes. The energy starts to flow in a different way, a very unnatural, unsettling way. As Jubilee, even from the distance that you are, you hear almost like the scream of the Raven Queen within you. Of pure disgust and hatred for undead.
Oh,
Matt lifts up an item in her hand, somewhat unrecognizable. It is clearly an object that she holds in her hand, but what it is unknown. As she does and she chants over and over, you feel this pulsating, this change, almost like it's a change in dimensions, a change of the air around her. Cricket and Raja, you feel this especially. There's a quickening of a change of the sky. As suddenly, wisps of blue start to enter in the square. You see them coming as if fireflies entering into this square. Jubilee, this in particular makes your patron irate, just furious. It's non-comparable to her hatred for others undead. This is different. As these blue energies start to pour in from all corners of the square, her holding up this object, and you start to see these blue energies pour in to the square. The Sataris that are still living, you see their bodies go rigid as this blue energy pours out of them as well, straight to the object in her hand.
what's happening?
Her turn is holding this object. Her turn is chanting this, as clearly the souls that have been absorbed, these hundreds of souls throughout the city, are pouring into the object that she's holding.
Uh-oh.
That's her turn. Yeah. Well, let me check her spells real quick.
Too late. You said that's her turn.
Right. Can provoke a ward of shadows around herself, reducing her move. Okay. So she's gonna do that. She's going to cast Dark Ward. Can create a protective ward of shadows around herself, rendering her immune to stuff. Can't say that. Stuff for 1 minute. As these shadows start to
Can I also be immune to stuff?
stuff.
Yeah, how do we all get to be immune to stuff?
I was like, man, if I say that, you guys are gonna know, so I better shut my mouth. These shadows start to wisp around her as she's holding this up, collecting these souls. As they pour, you just see them just pour in like locusts on a field.
Rory, are these the souls? This is coming from like the people who have died, right? Like we don't see people dropping. Like she's not killing people.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So seeing what's coming out of the Sataris as well, it's a clear and like
Right.
the deduction is yes.
I just
the
want to make sure,
creatures-
like, are other people just dying from this happening? Like, she's just
Right.
sucking all of the souls out of everybody.
Right. The deduction that each of you would have, especially those who have had more experience with the Satari, but all of you, is that these are all attacks throughout the city from Satari who have harvested souls. Cricket, Raja, Vantalor, Jubilee.
Does you said that she casts this death ward? Would I see that? Would I clock it?
Yep.
Would I even know that she cast something on herself?
Yeah. Not what it is, but you see
But I
these
see-
shadows wrapping around her.
Okay. I think I'm gonna try what I was gonna try anyways, and if it fails, it fails. And also, I hope you don't hate me, Rory, for doing things that I'm trying to do that are creative and not just normal. But I'm gonna attempt. I have one 4th level spell.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm going to attempt to cast Polymorph on her and polymorph her into a turtle. A small turtle.
I
Not
don't.
like a gi-
I
not
love.
a giant one.
I love that you do creative things. I'm scared of my rolls.
That's fantastic.
So, what do I gotta save? Wisdom?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh
I
crap!
hope we're gonna be able to call her Franklin.
Okay. Let's like this. 22. 23.
No, yeah, that definitely saves. Well,
I don't know if you guys saw. I
know.
did that one on the screen for y'all.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah.
it.
I had an 18 plus 5.
Oh, jeez.
Oh
yeah.
man!
Well, that was my attempt. And also, I think casting that spell, although that's also not an attack spell, but I think that might turn me visible.
Yeah. You are making. It's not a damage
No.
dealing attack, but it is still an aggressive
Yeah.
move.
Yeah. So I am probably visible at this point. Hello,
Which-
Raja.
Which bears to make the point that maybe even the gem would, because it's not an aggressive.
I mean, yeah, this is our first time actually using this
Yeah.
sort of invisibility, so we'll have to figure out like how you wanna.
It's just regular
Do it.
invisibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But.
That was good though. That would have been.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty dope if that would have
I
landed.
took a risk. I was like, I don't
Heck
know
yeah.
if she is good at saving against that. I also was like, maybe she's immune to any spells cast on her with this death ward thing. So yeah,
Dark Ward, but yeah.
or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Movement bonus.
Oh gosh. I can't really do anything else with my bonus action. If I move, it'll provoke an opportunity attack. But also, she doesn't even have any weapons out, right? Like melee weapons.
She's clearly armed with weapons. Her main
Yeah.
thing right now, and it's unknown if she would attack you or not. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
risk in it, but she seems quite intense and quite
Right.
focused on what she's doing.
You know what? I'll take the risk, I think. And I'm gonna, now that I'm visible, just try and dip backwards a bit.
Okay.
Actually, no, because she's not attacking melee anyway, so I might as well just stay in there. Like, it's not like it changes anything. So never mind. I'll stay.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries.
That's it then. I will not be doing anything else. It's my bonus action.
Raja, Vantalord, Jubilee.
So like since she's already letting me stab her all time, I'm just gonna take out my dagger and try to cut off her head.
Okay. You gonna try to make a lunge at her throat? Go ahead and roll to hit.
So first roll is unnatural 20.
Oh my god! 2 crits?
No,
Gee.
like unnatural.
Oh,
No,
unnatural,
I
unnatural.
don't
I thought
know.
you said unnatural.
Okay. That hits.
And then the next one's 9. So
Okay.
that one does.
That one does not hit. First one hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Pure damage is 7. And then
Sneak attack. Sneak attack damage.
14.
14. Man, you land damage when you hit. You make a quick jump up, and you're able to pull the dagger across. The shadows seem to provide some resistance as you feel them push and pull against the blade, yet the blade is still able to get in, and you do strike her, but it is not to the level that you were hoping for.
I suppose if I'm doing nothing else useful myself, at least I keep giving Raja sneak attack damage by being standing next to him.
Bonus or movement? Anything else, Raja?
I've done everything, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Oh, have I? I don't think I've used my burning hands yet.
Which is an attack.
Action.
It's attack action, right?
Yeah, I think it's your action,
Yeah.
Raja,
Yep.
not
Okay.
your bonus.
So
Then, yeah.
Vantalord and then Jubilee.
Well, this year I am still a long way off from her.
Yes, you are right over here.
Yeah. If I move to the edge of the stairwell, I should have a decent.
20 feet.
Yep. And then how far away from her will I be with that 20 feet?
20, 25, 30, 35. 40 feet.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. I am going to cast on her. Is that the one I want? That's melee attack. That'll be on a melee. Aw, they're all melee attacks. So, okay, well, I am that nice little trident that I picked up. I am gonna throw it at her again.
Okay, go ahead, roll the hit. I don't have enough dice. I'm sorry, did I say the quiet part out loud?
You know what? Okay, that is a 16.
Oh, 16 does not hit. Little arms got tired. I don't know what to tell you.
Fine then. Being that I can still have 2 attacks per turn, I'm taking my little dagger +1 and I'm throwing it at her.
There you go.
Then I'll go from a +6 to a +7 on it. Does a
Yeah.
25 hit?
25 does hit.
Throw with all your might, little dwarf! Throw with all your might! Oh my god, for a whopping 6 points of damage.
6 points. Her arm is up, holding this object, collecting these souls as they are pouring in. The dagger penetrates and lodges itself in her side, just hanging, clearly wedged between some ribs. It strikes. You said 6 points?
Yep. There's an error message on the stream.
Yeah, I tried refreshing.
I mean, I can end it and bring it back if you guys think.
Oh wait,
Well,
wait,
just
it
wait. I
refreshed?
think, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just catching up.
Yep, no it is.
Uh,
Relishing the situation.
Rihu, as you hear over the loudspeakers in your corner, all by myself. You stand. Oh, I guess you got Jubilee by you.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Just I think I'm gonna continue the same path that I was going, trying to get
Alright.
back with the group. I want to regroup here. I've been kind of separated. I think I'm gonna have to do the same thing, literally the exact same turn I did last time, which is just a run with the dash.
All right. You head your 60 feet. Now you get to here, and you do have some left. Do you want to go between, or do you want to circle around the fountain?
I'll circle around the fountain.
Okay. So you make it right over here. You can see
Yeah.
everything that's going on in that
That
area.
within line of sight of everything, at least.
All right. And that's your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. Well, we will
Exciting.
take. We will stop there for the moment and take our 5-minute break to stretch and get something to drink, and be back in 5 minutes. See where this all goes, and hopefully none of you are too low on health.
Don't say things like that.
I haven't afraid.
I don't even know where you guys are with your health.
Ooh, I'm scared. That's a scary thing.
Yeah, I mean, I purposely don't. So, oh, hey, we should probably let's see here. Let's go with this one. I should probably get more dice while I have the opportunity.
Darrow saw the spark in young Riku's eyes. Took him under his wing, helped him rise. Taught the ways of the monk, the power of ki. But time took its toll, and Actero set him free. Riku wandered seeking solace in taverns light. Fought in tavern brawls through many a night. Yet in his heart a mission remained. To find meaning despite the chains. Met Raja, together they fought. Guarded the artifact, with courage they brought. In 2 weeks past, his strength was shown. Say boys, fought skeletons, his power grown. Real seeking purpose, family's embrace. Gentle heart and key, he finds his place. Through trials and pain, he stands tall. With calm consideration, he faces all. Jumped the skeleton in a cauldron of dread. First encounter with Sateri, a creature of the dead. Met Jubilee in woods edge light. Shared kind words before her final fight. Ryu's memories of Jubilee by the Raven Queen were taken away, yet his acceptance never swayed. Carried there through the swamp's deep mire, protected cricket with unwavering fire. In the druid's lair, their bond grew strong. together facing right and wrong. Through every trial, his path is clear. A monk's journey with nothing to fear. Real seeking purpose, families embrace. Gentle heart and keen, he finds his place. Through trials and pain, he stands tall. With calm consideration, he faces all. Real seeking purpose, families embrace. Gentle heart and keen, he finds his place. Through trials and pain, he stands tall. With calm consideration, he faces all. We who seeking purpose, families embrace. Gentle heart and keen, he finds his place.
And
Through trials and pain, he stands tall. With calm consideration, he faces all. We whose journey was strength and grace. In the face of darkness, he finds his pace. With every step, his mission grows clear. A monk's path with nothing to fear.
I like stretch breaks.
Darrow saw the spark in young Riku's eyes. Took him under his wing, helped him rise. Taught the ways of the monk, the power of Ki. But time took its toll, and Actoro set him free. Riku wandered seeking solace in taverns light. Fought in tavern brawls through many a night.
So Taylor,
In his heart, a mission
you're
remained.
muted.
Yes.
So my wife over the last like 2 months has been doing the funniest thing ever with our
Okay.
shopping lists. So she's been adding one fruit to our shopping list every week.
Adding one what?
One fruit. Like
Okay.
this week was a mango
Oh my god, mangoes are my favorite.
to represent how big our baby is right now.
Cute.
And I'm like, and the first 3 or 4 times she did it, was like, it was some of like the things that she's like, oh, I've been having cravings for this, and I'm like, okay, so I'll just add it to the shopping list.
Yeah.
And then she gets in, she goes, yeah, truth be told, it's actually how big our baby is right now.
That's sweet. Does it get eaten too, or she just wants like one singular mango?
Oh, we've been. Oh, mangoes are one of my favorite. Oh, it'll get eaten. Don't worry.
I can eat mangoes all day, every day.
She's not gonna be happy though when she comes home tomorrow. I think I overdid it last night working in the basement. I am very, very sore in my lower back.
Oh no.
I think I aggravated the arthritis in my lower back. It's not gonna make the gym very fun tomorrow. It's ab day. I may have to change the legs.
Oof, yeah. I mean, that sounds like my lower back usually gets engaged on a leg day because I do like a lot of RDLs.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to redo. I'll have
Yeah,
to think
I
about
do like a
work
push
already.
day. If like my lower back hurts, anything that works like chest up.
That's it. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Well, a couple years ago, I injured my lower back. I had a herniated disc in one vertebrae. The vertebrae above it, a bulging disc, and the vertebrae above that, I have arthritis. All in my
Yikes.
all in my lumbar.
So that sounds like sitting for extended periods of time is really fun.
Yep. So when like Rory was like, "Oh, it's time for a 5-minute break," I'm like, "Woohoo!"
Yeah, I was trying to get that in. Like I realized the time. I was like, I gotta get a break in here.
I appreciate you, Rory. Just know that. I appreciate that. Otherwise, I was gonna cover my camera and walk around for a second.
Hey, I mean, if you need to, even if you don't cover up your camera, if you need to.
Yeah, at one point earlier, I'm 1 gallon and 3/4 in so far today, and I was like, if I don't get up, it's gonna be a big mess to clean up.
I love the commitment.
I was trying so hard, I was like, I gotta go. I'll be right back. It'll take 2 minutes.
Pat, no, this is not gonna be a TPK.
Well,
Rory may want
I mean,
to
I
do
don't know.
TPK, but no. He's like, this is the most boring drawn out TPK I've ever seen. You know
So-
what, Pat? You're a TPK.
I'm not sure where the monk is, as he is in solace in his mind or something.
Maybe he's
oh,
working on his chance.
wow. He just like literally appeared in front of me just now. Oh, crud. Okay.
It happened before too when we were audio live, and you said, "I wonder where Ryder's at." And you
Yeah.
texted Ryder in the chat, and then all of a sudden, just whoop.
All right. So jumping back into it, we have a bit of time left here before we end. A lot could still absolutely happen. However,
So the "We'll be right back" screen up.
I do. You know that? I do. If I could click on the right one here. Here we go. Thank you.
And don't read any of Pat Draws's messages. None.
No, you don't want to. You don't want those to come to reality.
Nope.
Well, as she's holding this item up, this. Who's close? Raja, actually, all but Jubilee. Roll a perception check.
I feel like even if I was close, that would totally track. Everybody is perceptive except Jubilee, who's just like, birds!
12.
I rolled
Well.
a 1.
12, 1,
14.
14, 3.
3. And then plus the 2, it makes it a 5. But either way,
Yeah. Vandelord, from your angle, from your distance, with the shadows, it's really hard. You can just tell she's holding an object. Rihu, between the tent, the barrels, Cricket, and Raja in the way, it's a bit difficult. Raja and Cricket, you being right next to a mat, you see that this object in her hand, whatever it is obscured by the shadows that are wrapped around her. But in the moments that come, as these souls, and it's the souls, Jubilee, that is what's enraging the Raven Queen so much. As they're being sucked to this object, you see, as the last one enters, what looks like some sort of covering or lid. The object is not large. It fits in her palm, although an orc, right? So, it's a substantial size, but it's not large, like baseball size. And there seems to be some kind of covering that slaps down, some kind of encasement or closure that happens as the last one. What's up, Raja?
Would me attacking her stop the spellcasting, or is it an item that's doing that?
It's an
Compared to
object
her.
that she's holding, but in the rotation, it's her turn currently.
Yeah, but she was doing that.
Oh,
while
I see what you're saying.
stabbed
No.
her in the neck. Yeah.
Yeah,
No. Okay.
good question. Yep, good question. That did not disrupt this. The last one enters in. The two of you see that it's some kind of container. And she takes a quick look around as if regathering her bearings. She's going to reach up with her empty hand and take her fingers and strike the ground in front of her as it ripples out 20 feet, centered on herself. Because I know how much Vandelord loves this. Rihu, you see this expanding circle and just feet in front of you. Cricket and Raja, as this necrotic burst radiates from her feet, or from the ground in front of her feet, Make a Constitution saving throw.
It's not a good day for cricket, y'all. I only have a 9.
Okay, Raja?
18.
18. Raja, you succeed, so half damage. Cricket, you fail. 32 points of necrotic damage.
Cricket is down for the count.
Raja, you take 16. And she is going to... find the closest food cart stand. Oops, wrong person. And she is going to run.
Who all got the opportunity to attack on that?
That would only be Raja.
Raj is down.
Raja's down. Nobody.
Raja, you're down too. Pat, I don't know if you saw Pat's message, but I don't know if we're still honoring this, but he did just redeem 30,000 points to restore Cricket's health.
I mean, we can.
Thing.
It won't happen in this.
Yeah.
In this
I'm
moment,
just letting
but
you know.
yeah, I mean,
I'm just drawing your attention.
It
to
also looks like, in true Pat fashion, he's asking for the help to be taken from Bear and given to Cricket.
Is that Bear? Well, I don't know if you saw this in the chat, Rory, but I was just saying that I don't think Bear's here because I have not actually taken any actions with him. So maybe because we knew we were sprinting the whole way. I intentionally early on, before even last session, I was like, oh, Bear's not here. I guess I
Okay.
don't know if I remember if I said it out loud or not, but yeah.
we'll go with it. I didn't catch it
'Cause
either.
otherwise-
So
yeah, because otherwise he would have been attacking and doing things. So
Yes.
I was like,
Yep.
he stayed with the were-rats, knowing there was like potential, danger to guard them, so that we could book it into town.
as much as I'd like him to be here, I will take it. Yes. So yes, we will redeem that. I mean, he submitted them, so absolutely. It just won't be in this exact moment. So you are still down.
Yeah. Let's go with
So yes, a Matt takes off, starts to run after that attack. That brings us to would have been Cricket. Then that takes us to would have been
Well,
Raja. Oh, life saving throws.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do we need to do
Yes,
death saving
you
throws?
absolutely do. Yes.
Failure.
Not a natural one though. Okay, so one failure for Cricket. Raja, go ahead and roll a d20. And what did you get?
15.
15. So that's one success for Raja, one failure for Cricket. Vantalord and Jubilee. Vantalord, you see the two of them fall to the ground. And you see a mat take off. I can't hear you.
How far away from Cricket am I?
From Cricket, oh, you are a good distance.
Like about 40
30,
feet.
35 feet, yeah.
Dang it, so even if my 25 feet of movement, I won't be able to do the... Wait a second. It's the bonus action. For the love of Pete, is this a bonus action? Oh, it isn't. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my 25 feet of movement, and then I'm gonna take my action to get all the way to them. I'm gonna use my last harness divine power to open up my second spell, to open another spell slot.
That's not a bonus action or an action?
The harness divine power is a bonus action. So that's
Hey.
really I'm using my action to do the additional movement I need to get to Cricket.
Got it. Okay. Right next to her, as you see her body, even her skin looks like not quite like burns, but like the skin is dying. Same with even similar to the other blast, this sphere, this circle on the ground of just death.
Oh, I didn't even need to take my second 25 feet of movement. Quick question, just because I'm rereading this spell. Can I take back that 10 feet of movement that I was going to use and
Yeah,
I'm
you just
actually
want to go
cast
your
Prayer of
first
Heal-
25?
Yeah, the first 25 feet, and then
Yep.
for my action, I can actually do Prayer of Healing on a
Okay.
30-foot diameter. So what that does allows me to roll 2d8 plus 1, and that'll heal both Cricket and Raja.
And of course you're wanting to get a mat in that also, right?
No. Because how far? Because she's.
She's right
Because
here.
if it's 30 feet.
Just the
Yeah,
very
that's-
pointed no.
You don't have to get her.
Because-
Obviously you're going to avoid that. Yes.
Yeah. I love the sense of humor that, Rory, that was well played. That was my type of humor. High rolls. 5, 6. They each get 12 points of healing back.
All right. 12 points of healing.
Ooh, thank God.
And I was in that as well, so I get that same.
Okay.
Who else was in that?
Where did you send her? Were you trying to get as much as possible?
I was centering it on Raja. And I would like to get as much as possible.
30 feet?
And it's 30 feet. Yep.
So also Rihu, if there's any, if 12, you can have 12 HP.
I've been holding on to that.
Well played. Well played. And that's your turn?
Yep.
Jubilee, your turn.
How far is a match from me right now?
Oh,
Far, right? Like pretty far.
Pretty far up.
130 feet.
Woof!
And over a fountain and through the water.
I am going to use my 30 feet of movement to sprint towards her.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Firebolt.
All right.
So that is at 120 feet.
So you run up the stairs, hop onto the ledge of the fountain here, getting a nice view right over top of Cricket's head at the back of a mat.
That's a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
That's gonna be ooh. Oh, okay. 16 points of fire damage, and anything that she's wearing that's flammable stays lit.
All
So
right.
she's running around on fire.
The bolt strikes her shoulder, instantly singeing off the clothes, exposing her shoulder. Those who are close enough to see her, Cricket, you're kind of somewhat dazed as you're getting your life back, but laying down, you have a view past that barrel. Jubilee, you see, as that clothing burns and then other bits of clothing begins to light, there is pure bone showing for that shoulder. As she is hit, that takes us to Rihu. Rihu with
Sorry, I'm looking.
a mat on deck. And then Cricket.
Sorry, where? Can you show me where she is again here, real quick?
She's right here,
Okay.
and you're
Just trying
back
to figure
here.
out my best path. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just keep going the same line. How far is that? Center?
Let's see. For you, you gotta work past a little few things here. About 60 feet.
Okay.
God
We're
dang it.
good. We're gonna do the same thing we did last round.
You're just gonna run up to her?
Yep, but we're gonna finally get into the fight a little bit here. Second though.
So is that your bonus? I mean, your movement and action for dash, or bonus?
Movement and action. Yep, I'll let him look at bonuses. Second here.
Do you have any more key points left? You can use a
I
key
do.
point to dash.
I do. Yep. Well, I can only use a key point as a bonus action after my action. Sorry.
Doesn't correct me if I'm wrong, Ryder, but don't you have like step in the wind or something like that where you can like run super quickly?
I can spend one key point to take the disengage or dash action as a bonus action on my turn, and you jump it. Yeah.
You're saying you can't do that before you attack her?
I mean, can you use a bonus action before you use an action?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's my naivety then. So yes, I'll use a key point for a dash.
Oh.
Take that off. Okay. And then that will allow me to do an unarmed strike then, because I will have my attack, my action still.
All right. Rolled a hit.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, okay, 23.
23 hits.
Alright, we're in the fight.
Oh my goodness.
Damage is 7.
Okay.
And then... Okay, so I'm also going with... I have Tavern Brawler Grapple, which is when I hit a creature with an armed strike. Oh, sorry, never mind. Okay, never mind. I forgot that counted my bonus, so... Yep, nope, we're good. That's all I can do.
All right. After Rihu, that takes us to a Matt, who is going to see if she gets this ability back. On the screen for you guys. Doesn't get it back. Shoot. She's gonna use her action she's gonna use her action to well, that should work. She's okay. She's gonna use an action to animate dead. As 2 undead creatures are going to pop up right beside her. So you see a skeleton here. Actually, zombies are more appropriate. 2 zombies appear, push their way through the ground right next to her with her animate dead action. And then she is going to see within 60 feet. She's gonna take her action or her movement and her bonus to dash. And Rihu, you see every now and then she'll glance back at you. As if trying to keep track of you. With those two zombies raised, she's gonna use her action. No, she used her action. She's gonna use her movement and bonus to dash. And move right over here. And that's her turn. Roger. Oh, sorry. Cricket, Roger, Vangelord.
Right.
And Cricket,
Okay.
you are now up. Or you're prone, but you're conscious.
Cricket is. You can see her just like so obviously glad to be brought back and like gasping for air after being knocked unconscious. But it's just like this like anger and frustration of the fact that this person is getting away, and you can tell she's just like pissed off and like really wants to not let her go. And so she like starts to kind of get up on all fours, like as if she's gonna stand up.
Oh,
And instead, wild shapes for the very first time into a black bear.
oof.
And a giant black bear, just like that, like horrible, like deep growl. Like black bears are usually just chilling, but when they are not, and when they're angry, you can tell. And she is gonna book it as a black bear
Okay.
towards a mat.
And what's the movement for a black bear?
40 feet of speed, including 30 feet of climb. So if I need to just smash through whatever stalls are there, it's like straight in the direction, regardless of what's in her way.
All right. All right, you are just on the other side of these stalls.
And then I'm guessing I'm not to her yet, right?
Mm-mm.
Because she's
You're still a
far.
good 50 feet away from her.
Okay, yeah. I'm taking my action to move then as well. So
Another 40?
Just full, yeah, another 40. Just full bear run sprint towards her.
You're not gonna beeline, you're gonna bear line.
Bear line.
You're still about 10 feet away from her.
I'm just gonna growl like full intimidation. Like I'm trying to make her. Oh, you thought you could get away?
Love it. And that's your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Raja, are you up? I
How many
think
hit points do I have again?
you gained 12 back.
Rory, I shouldn't have been able to move that. Wild shaping was my action.
Ah, so back 40 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna use my action. I'll run within shooting range of her.
Let's see. So initially you're prone, so unless you have a feat or something, it's gonna take you 15 feet to get up
What? Oh,
because you're knocked unconscious, so you were prone.
yeah.
So then you can move 15 feet total. With that,
It
that's
just says climbing doesn't cost me extra movement.
okay. Let's see. You would trying to see if.
Well, because Cricket wouldn't be all the way over there.
Oh
She'd be
yeah, let
back
me
on the
bring her back
stands.
40 feet. Yep, that's right. So you would have a shot at a. Rihu is in front of you, but you have a decent shot over to Amat.
Then I'd use Earth Arrow.
Okay. Go ahead, roll to hit.
$19, $25.
25 hits. Arrow buzzes by Rihu's head and strikes the back of Amat.
8 damage.
8 damage. Solid hit.
Rory,
I'll
I don't
use
know
my-
if you saw, but Pat also just redeemed another 10,000.
Oh, that's right. I
points.
forgot about that. Shoot. Thank you.
Oh, but also another 10,000 for 1d4 inspiration on a skill check for
Oh.
intimidation. But I didn't actually do a real intimidation check.
All right. Well, you
So,
have a you have an inspiration.
If I need to, yeah.
Yep. And that being said, we Vantalord, just to retroact this, Vantalord, when you did the prayer of healing, you received 12. Raj received 12. Cricket, there and Vantalord, you feel a stronger pull. You feel almost a sliver of that power of Apsu. Almost a taste of what you used to have and what you believe could still be possible. As Cricket, you just are engulfed with this glow as you have full HP.
That's so huge, man. That's so great. Thanks, Pat.
And then I'll run over to the building. Behind it so she can't see me.
You're gonna run over here?
No, behind the building.
Over here.
Yeah. Because I just shot her with the Earth Arrow and then.
Yep, you're gonna use your bonus action to dash?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can make it to
I don't
about...
have any healing stuff. I'm all done with all my abilities.
You still have your Phoenix Heart, don't you?
Yeah, but that's an action. My
Well,
bonus
yeah.
action.
Gotcha, okay. Vantalord Jubilee. Vantalord, you
Okay,
see all
let's
of
see
them
here.
starting to chase Amat. You can vaguely see her through the stands.
See her. I have the 20. So if I go to the left of the stand, you know where the two corners come together, is that
Yep.
25 feet from where I'm standing? I think it is.
34.
Oh, my Lanta! I'm guessing going straight. I'm not gonna be able to see her. I'm trying not to bust up this person's stand.
So you can get in front of the stand. You would have half coverage if you're trying to shoot through the stand. Like,
Yeah, that's what you know what that's what I was trying to go for. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. I want to get to a spot where I have at least a line of sight.
there's even a little stool over there that you happen to be able to stand on.
Yep, there we go. Cause I'm short. Okay, so let's grab my crossbow. Did I use all my? Okay, yep, there. Pins. And I'm gonna try to shoot it with the crossbow, and I'm guessing being that it's gonna be half coverage, it's gonna be at a disadvantage.
Nope, there's no
Correct.
disadvantage for that. It's just a portion of your body's covered, so for her to attack you, you get +2 to your
Okay.
AC.
Oh, I'm standing here for a little bit. And let's see here. Crossbow 3 does a 17 hit.
17 misses. It comes close. It strikes the table right next to her hand.
Oh, that makes me sad.
And she becomes fully aware of your position.
Okay, and I'm just gonna chill right here.
All right. Jubilee, then Rihu.
Okay. Where am I in relation to her now?
Back here. You are on the
Back here.
fountain back here.
And where is she?
150 feet away from you and through 2 stands.
100. Okay.
She just keeps running. She just keeps running, Jubilee.
I am going to run my 30 feet to put her 120 feet away from me.
Okay?
And if I have to destroy some stands, that's okay. I'm gonna straight up barrel through whatever.
Alright. 30 feet will just get you to the other side of this statue here.
Okay. And then I'm gonna shoot my 2 Eldritch Blasts at her. Because those will be
Alright.
120 feet.
Roll those. Roll those at disadvantage. We'll say that there's enough here openings, but it's tight. It's a good chance you might hit something in the stands.
Okay. First one is a 19.
Okay? You
Okay.
weasel that through.
Next one's gonna be a 14.
14. That one hits one of the pillars and just smokes one of the pillars as the tent begins to start to fall, but the first one made it through and strikes her.
Okay. First one's gonna be 9 points of force damage.
9 points. Alright.
I'm just gonna yell after her. It looks really bad that you won't stop running.
Alright. Almost as if the Raven Queen gave you insight. It's as if you saw her ear twinkle at what you said. Rihu, then I'm at.
Okay.
This person's not in your way.
Okay. Not in my way. Okay.
Not, yeah.
Give me 30 feet of movement towards her.
Put you right there.
Okay. I still have quite a bit of key, so I'm gonna do key for my bonus action for a dash to get to her again.
Okay? You're making my life miserable.
Just chase him.
You're right behind her.
And I will I am just actually going to it's another unarmed strike right now.
Alright, roll to hit.
21.
21 hits. As she
And
turns to face you, you land a solid hit on her.
6 points of damage.
Alright.
Just chasing her down.
Is that
That's
your
all I
turn?
got.
Alright.
That's all I got.
With a different plan in mind, interrupted by Rihu, she will alter what she was going to do. Really, who she was going to do it to. She's going to use a legendary action. She's going to target one creature that she can see. Rihu, make a Constitution save.
I rolled an 18.
You succeed. So you'll take half of d6 damage.
How much?
Let's see. So far it's 10. Oh man, you got lucky. 7 points of necrotic damage.
7 points. Okay.
I should have just took the flat number. So,
That's rolling the gamble.
I used the wrong dice. 1 second. I have to re-roll.
Oh,
Oh,
do we?
I used D6s instead of D8s. Okay, so that's 10. That's 18. That's 31. So 15 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Man, she just can't get away from anyone.
Relentless.
Yeah, no kidding. She's gonna use her bonus to dash. You can take your attack of opportunity. She's gonna
can
run.
you stunning strike her? Is that a thing?
She used her action, so she can only move 30 feet.
Stunning strike right in the back of the neck. Whoosh. I love playing a monk for stunning
can I-
strike, except
yeah.
then you try stunning strike and it misses so terribly, and it's like,
Yeah.
ah.
Yeah, can I use any attack on the attack of opportunity, or just like a normal attack?
Just a normal attack, right? I don't know.
I believe, for some reason, that you can choose to use a key point on
Yeah.
an opportunity attack. So you can, like, take the attack action, but you can do, like, flurry of blows and end up with, like, I think 2 hits on a regular opportunity
Or stunning strike.
So then, yes, it sounds like it, yes.
attack. Katie's like, use it! Use stunning strike!
I'm not so familiar with monks, so.
Okay, so let's just see if this hits first. Ooh, I rolled a 20, dirty 20.
Oh, dirty.
You see your arm fly up as a shield quickly whoosh, appears next to her. You would have. She used her reaction for shield so that you miss.
Oh, okay. That's
Otherwise, you
tough.
would have hit. Yes.
Okay.
You're dirty 20, man. Ugh.
You went dirty. She went dirty. Anything else?
All right. No, that's unless it doesn't work unless I hit. So
Okay. So, Matt's clearly trying to flee. So, collectively, are you guys trying to follow her? Or.
100%.
Yeah?
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to speak for everybody else, but yeah. Frickin' is.
Oh, Vantilor's on the mission to purge. She's evil.
She's made me very angry. Not
But
only
she has a
is
she
she
has a
summoning
ton
undead
of movement.
things. Well, yeah, but she's summoning undead things and then also running away like a
Oh,
big baby.
hot dang. I forgot about those.
Uh-oh.
Where did I put those? I made them
Right
into
next to where-
people.
Yeah, it was right next to where she was
I
sorted
should.
by Rihu.
Yeah, I should
Darn
not
it.
have made those people.
Oh, well, where Rihu used to be, I guess. But
Yeah. So if it's cool with you guys, I'll just retroact their reaction when Rihu. No, because I didn't tell them. So forget that. They're just gonna go over here. I should have called that out, and I didn't because I thought they were just people.
Sorry, you're managing a lot.
These zombies come over here and attack Raja on Matt's turn. So first one. Does a 21 hit Raja? Second one. Does a 10 hit? I didn't think so. Where's my D8? 5 points of bludgeoning damage from one of the zombies. As you have them
Here's
next
my
to you.
shield, though.
You gonna use your shield? Or what? Say that again.
I'm gonna use my shield
Okay.
reaction thing.
Okay. So Raja uses his shield as these fiery flames, like transparent phoenix wings, engulf around him, preventing and even burning as the zombie backs off. unable to make the attack on him, but they are both directly still by you as these incandescent fiery wings then disappear. So that takes us to Cricket. And we will continue the pursuit.
Cricket is gonna run towards her. Well, I mean, she's been running, so it's technically continuous from when she was running before. And she'll probably have to use both her movement and her action. She has 40 feet as the black bear.
Yep. 80 feet will get you to her.
Yeah. She's running up right next to her, barreling towards her. Tom didn't even laugh at my pun.
Sorry, I'm folks. I have an idea. Be afraid.
Alright.
That's it, and I'll just be there ready to take a swipe at her.
This is horrendous. Okay. Cricket, Raja, Vantalord, Jubilee.
We know, or does Raja know the general idea of what each arrow does and doesn't hit a person?
Yeah, I mean, you've shot them off. You've shot each of them off a couple times, so you know that they're going to do base damage. You know that they're going to inflict damage based on their element. And then if that construct or person is susceptible to that, then it might do more damage.
They don't have different effects. That was just your fire on them.
It's whatever the arrow damage is. Arrow is what, a D6?
Yeah, I'm not talking about damage.
What are you looking for? I can't hear you.
Effects.
Effects.
Or was that just you talking?
I mean, I flare things up, but it does additional damage. That's why I'm wondering if that's what you're asking.
Don't worry about that. Because I've shot, like, different things are missed and you've must have just put flare on it, but I won't worry about that, because if it was like the earth arrow would make a wall of stone or something, I'd have tried to in front of her.
Yes, it's not going to make a... It's not... That's the whole spell itself. But no, it won't make a wall. But it might do other stuff. But yes, oftentimes it's flare. Like, whatever the damage is, and then I add some flare. But it won't make a whole wall. That would have been pretty dope, though. That would have been awesome.
Disengage
Okay.
and move to the left.
Okay. Just 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I use my healing with the 3d8.
Okay.
And
Raj-
that's my turn.
Raja calls
I
on...
still have my movement.
Yep.
So I'm gonna move 30 feet that way, like forward. And to the left.
Okay. Raja calls on the power of the...
Direct.
Raja calls on the power of the Phoenix again as his body is engulfed in a healing power as the Phoenix within him heals him. Vantalord and Jubilee.
Well, being that I did not prepare what I thought I had prepared, that leaves me in a real pickle. Sure. I am going to be utterly useless right now. We got those undead that are close to me.
Yeah, I mean, relatively speaking, but it is you and your tiny legs.
Ah!
They're like 50 feet away from you. No, they're more than that. That's 30 there.
Oh, they're still within range of my crossbow.
Yeah, you could probably shoot a crossbow. They're like 45, 55 feet away from. But you could probably get a. It's a little bit harder, but you could get a arrow through there.
I'm gonna run to the end of the stands, and I'm just gonna.
With your bonus in action. Oh, yeah, you're close enough. You gonna attack them?
Yep, I'm gonna attack them.
All right.
Take my crossbow, hit for the first one. Really? Now I get my nat 20? I hate you, dice. I don't know why that makes me angry, but that made me angry.
Because you're fighting the undead. The paladin in you is like, these creatures I must purge.
Suddenly, that's all he sees is zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I rolled for 6 points of damage.
All right. So 12 points. You strike the first one. The bolt lodges deep in it, and it grabs, and it falls over.
And for the second one.
Dead.
Dead. Second
Ew,
one was a
the
15.
zombie sounds. Blech.
That's fantastic.
Ooh, with the headphones on, it feels like they're behind me. I hate
It
it.
feels
I
like
really
something is
hate
just
it.
like heavy breathing.
Yes.
Just shut your lights off. That's all.
I've watched enough Walking Dead that
Alright, does a
evokes a
15 hit
lot
the
of.
second one?
15 hits.
Okay.
Ooh.
And that's
like
that's
it.
only for 6 points of damage.
6 points. That one lodges in as it starts to turn towards you, and as if it's going to start walking towards you. The other one is dead, though.
And that's what I'm gonna say, right here.
All right. Jubilee, then Rihu.
Okay, I would like to. How tall would these buildings be, do you think?
The buildings themselves or the tents?
No, the buildings.
Well, it depends on the building, but I mean, they're tall.
Is there a building that I could use my 30 feet of movement to climb in a close enough range? Nope.
Within
Looking
range,
like a
no.
No. Okay.
This one over here, you know, it's got some straw for the roof, so it
Oh
might.
yeah. What about
but it's-
that little straw lumpy thing on the side?
This one?
Yeah, like right past the. Oh no, I still can't get tall enough.
No.
What
So that's like a
about-
25-foot climb, but it's 55 feet away from you.
Oh, well, that's not gonna work. So we've completely lost sight of her.
Almost. You have almost completely lost sight. You can see her. Well, you know that she's on the other side of Cricket. So you can see her barely through these tents.
You can see her barely.
Barely through these tents.
Okay. I would like to. I'm gonna use my 30 feet and move up as close as I can. Gosh, I want to dash, but I feel like that's such a waste of a turn.
Speaking as somebody who spent many of her turns just dashing, sometimes it pays off if you can get close enough to do something the next turn.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use 60 feet.
Okay.
Do I have any bonus actions?
I just need to let you all collect up around me. That's what I've decided.
I don't like that.
Okay, let's see. No.
Wish I would have realized that.
That's all I got. I can't do anything.
All right. Rihu, and then Matt, then Cricket. Your turn, Rihu.
Sorry, my Zoom window went away and I was trying to find it. There you go. I'm being problematic today. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of what to do here.
Sonic strike.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up 30 feet, or at least whatever.
Stop her from leaving.
That's okay. You
I
just
don't need
keep
these.
circling up.
Don't
Well-
say ominous things like that, Roy.
Well, then I'm going to Tavern Brawler Strike
Okay.
with a roll of nat 20 with a 6.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
So I need to confirm it, right?
Yes, please.
He's gonna confirm that he's about to commit a murder.
24 for the second roll.
Yes. That hits. That hits.
Okay.
Do it, Rihu. Wrecker.
Yeah, Rockaroo.
Okay, so the initial hit is 4 damage, and is that crit with double, right?
Yep. Yep.
That's 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then with Tavern Brawler Strike, I can then I'm also going to then be using my bonus action as a grapple.
Oh.
Yes.
And I rolled a 17 on the grapple. Does that hit?
So I have to roll against you, right? Competing?
Yes, I
Competing
believe.
rolls?
Let's see.
Athletics, though. I think, right?
Because that's my strongest ability.
You're an orc.
I mean, it's not my worst. It's just not.
Doesn't really say.
Yeah, I believe it's
I
athletics.
think it's typically contested athletics checks.
Okay. Man, you guys are derailing so much. So much.
Don't give us access to someone you don't want us to beat them up.
You're able to get your arms around her. Just for the sake of it, go ahead and roll a Constitution check. Constitution save. You wrap your arms around her, and you feel instantly like the muscle that's there is kind of soft, and almost like it rolls or pulls. It's not attached as strong as it should be.
I rolled a 16 on the Constitution.
You smell necrotic death pouring out of her pores. You see that shoulder that was hit by that Eldritch Blast, and it is pure bone with no blood. You get a image of her face as she turns back to yell at you, and you see rotting skin.
Oh,
Nothing like, you're fine. You keep your stomach.
okay.
What is that your turn?
Yes, that would be my attack and my bonus action.
All right. I had so many different plans.
And she is now grounded.
This one should be good though.
We can see if we can mess that one up next time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you tend to save on those, and she's kind of sick of casting those spells on you. That one she can't do anymore. That's not helpful right now. The alternative is this one. No. No. With you around her, arms around her, she's gonna flip her wrist up, and you even hear the crack and the snap of her wrist as it moves up. And you're gonna she is going to cast, as you feel her hand touch your skin, this cold essence just flows through you as she casts Blight on you.
Ooh.
Necrotic energy washes over you.
The rough spell. Oh.
30 feet, range 30 feet. Yeah, okay, but it's a targeted person. Make a Constitution saving throw. Those D8s, those are
Seven.
D8s. 7. 7?
7.
Ooh, for your sake,
Oh.
so you failed. I actually thought you were gonna, because you keep saving on those. Yes,
real
you definitely failed on this Constitution save. You feel like just weakness and decay and like a burning and like touching frozen ice, like a frozen ice.
Like dry ice?
Dry ice.
Like
Thank you. I
the-
knew that sounded weird. Dry ice. Like it's just your skin is just it feels like you're dying from the outside in. So you take 7, 16, 32, 40 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, no!
And she just looks. Are you still up? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You just hear her utter just screaming as she starts to chant again, and you hear
No.
beginnings of these tic tacs on the stone all around.
Girl, stop it.
You start to hear sounds from around the buildings, remembering there was hundreds of these souls pouring in. And her zombies will attack. Her zombie will. Oh man, Raja took off.
For reference, by the way, thanks to Vandalord, I was actually at max HP before
Oh,
at a point in this fight. So
It was lucky because you were out of range for some of the early stuff that
Yeah.
I did.
I didn't get hit by anything. So
Man, it's like we intentionally did that. Like, all right, round 2, you're the second of the shift to come in.
oh man, so that used up that one. I mean, it still did good. I mean, 40 points
I
on
mean,
you.
40 points of damage is not.
How are you looking? Rough, not so rough, critical.
pretty low.
Yeah.
I'm pretty low.
You-
I'm at about a 1/6 of my health, if that gives you
Alright.
an idea.
So the blackness rolled up his arm, even into his neck, as you see flakes, almost like a sunburn, but it's black and ashy. And it is. That's her action. Let's see if she gets this one back. She does. Good luck next time. That's her turn. She can't run.
Sass.
Sass is right.
That brings us to Cricket Raja Vantalord, and we have just we'll roll through this here and then move into the end of the stream. So, Cricket Raja Vantalord Jubilee.
Right. Well, Cricket is a black bear who just finally got to her target.
Yeah, you did.
So she is gonna take a claw attack at Amat. I think I have advantage both because she is grappled and also because Rihu is standing next to me.
True. Don't roll bad. His arms are wrapped around her, so I mean.
It's
you
with
know.
advantage, so probably that won't happen. All right. Well, that is a 17.
You hit
to
Raja. You hit Rihu. Yeah, it's 17
17
does not hit.
does not hit. Okay.
Still getting control of this new form.
She also has is going to do a second attack with her bite.
All right.
And so I'm going to try and bite her as well.
Okay.
And that is 15 to hit.
15
I am
doesn't
rolling
hit.
so poorly today. Ugh.
But if you bit her, it would be like that scene from A Christmas Story where his tongue gets stuck to the telephone pole. If it's like dry ice, if you touch
I
her.
just ripped the dry ice apart.
Anything
It
else for
doesn't
your
matter.
turn?
I'm rolling so poorly. I haven't rolled above like a 12 this entire game. And I've rolled a lot of dice and they're all just fun. Great. Well, I don't think I can do my dose. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Raja Vandalor Jubilee.
Raja will run as close as he can to.
Oh, you should be pretty close.
Whatever her name.
A mat. Yeah, you can get right next to her.
I'd prefer to be on the other side of Rihu.
Like over here?
And then can I use my burning hands?
Mmm. I mean, you can. The answer is yes, you can. I'm just checking something out. Because if you were over here, you're going to be careful. Yes, you can. Well played.
Do you have to make a dexterity saving throw?
I believe I failed that.
Disadvantage.
Oh, sweet heavens. Oh, I'm still pretty sure I just failed that. Dex save for her would be a 11.
Yeah, that fails.
As heat pours past the fur of the bear and Rihu, your arms as it's focused upwards into her chest and face, avoiding any damage to Rihu.
It's 12 damage.
Nice.
Lights, anything. That's flammable objects in the area that aren't worn or carried. So probably the table.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's 10 feet away. Is that table starts on fire. Nice kindling. Anything else? Any bonus action?
Pat's message. How many people does it take to kill one scrawny orc witch?
No. Would I get sneak attack damage on that also?
Yeah.
Or no? I don't know because it's a spell, yeah.
Yeah, you still should. I believe so.
I think sneak attack damage is only with like an actual
Melee?
weapon.
Oh, that might be.
I
Okay.
can check.
Because you don't get it for.
Once per turn, you can deal 3d6 when you hit it with a
Melee or ranged, but not spell.
finesse or ranged, yeah.
Okay. So, guess not. Any other bonus action for you?
I think it's just. Dash, disengage, hide. I can make a sleight of hand check.
For what?
So does that mean that I could try to like steal something out of her pocket?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, as a bonus action.
Did she put that? Did she put the canister in there,
Mm-mm.
or is she still holding it?
She's holding it.
Well, I'll just reach into a pocket.
Okay.
And there's something.
All right. roll a sleight of hand.
Oh, I got 3. So 13.
13. With her,
Plus 10.
Do I get advantage on that too?
I'm not gonna say yes to that one this time. But you got a 13. She is well distracted with the bear, with Rihu having her. You do reach in, and you happen to pull out. I mean, honestly, I got to think about what you pull out. You get something. We'll say in the moment that with everything going on, you don't have a lot of time. You grab it, you pocket it, but even you're not all that positive what it is in this moment. I definitely am not, but you did get something. That takes us to Vanderwood and Jubilee.
And I'm back by the other zombies, so I'm just gonna finish it off.
So that zombie moved. It is almost directly across from you now. You gonna take a shot at it through the stand?
No, I'm close enough. I'm gonna take my. I should be able to
You're here.
run and jump at it.
You're here. You shot at
Yeah.
them over here. This one died.
Uh-huh.
This one moved
Yep.
over here.
Oh, that one moved over there.
Yep, this one's dead. Now this one's over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot through that at
Okay.
it then. I'm gonna use my last arrow. Pretty sure that's my last arrow. Let me just double check my sanity. Oh, I have 2 more arrows. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot at it.
Okay.
Okay. Please tell me a 14 hits.
14 hits.
Oh, good. Oh, yay. 6 points of damage on that one. And then for the last hero,
Mm-hmm.
oh, sure, a 17.
17 hits.
And that's a whopping 3 points of damage.
3 points. First one sticks. And... Oh, wait, I forget you're fighting zombies. Second one sticks. And it just takes another step, and falls to the ground.
And I'm just going to take my movement and I'm going to just barrel through the stand because at this point, why not? And I'm going to start working towards Ahmad.
All right. You get to the other side of the stand.
That's about what I figured.
You know that you could probably walk around and make the same amount of distance, but why do that?
Exactly.
And Jubilee, it is now your turn.
All right. Am I finally within that 120 feet?
I mean, you're within 120 feet, but you have a very poor view. But you're within 120 feet. So it
Okay.
depends on what you're trying to do.
Can I scooch to an area where I have better view?
Better view.
This is Scooch.
Like a couple diagonals, like 30 feet closer?
The trouble is, let's see, maybe if you were... The trouble is that Rihu has her grappled, and you're
Yeah.
behind Rihu. And then there's a big bear by her.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she has some coverage, / you might hit Rihu if you cast Eldritch Blast, but you could come over here by these tables
Yeah.
and have a better view at her.
Okay. I would like to do that. At least move in that direction.
Actually, if you get on the table, you have a slightly better view.
Oh, let's do that.
Seems in your
Let me
nature.
be extra and stand on the table.
All right.
Okay. And now, I think instead of Eldritch Blast, I'm going to Firebolt.
Okay.
That is an 18 to hit.
With the obstructions in the way, 18 misses. 18 is her AC, but she has coverage from the tree and stuff. So
Okay.
it literally just misses her face. But you also didn't hit Rihu.
Well, that's good. All right. Well, that's all I got. I used
That's
my
it?
movement and my.
Oh, Firebolt, not Eldridge. I was waiting for a second
Yeah, I
one.
just have the one.
All right.
I think.
Yeah, I think it's just the one.
I think it's just the one, and it does 2d10.
With
I can double check.
a Matt still trying to get out of here. She has collected her souls. She has done her deed. She has made every attempt to escape, yet each of you keep pursuing her and pursuing her. Her figure, her form begins to show more and more of its real nature as things are peeled away. And this orc's evilness and negative energy starts to become more and more present. With Jubilee on the table and the rest of you, well, and Vandalord back, the rest of you surrounding, including a black bear, that is where we will end tonight's session. But, and I do got to get hopping here, but let's go ahead and quickly do a stars and wishes. And that is where we'll end tonight's session. Let's go with Rihu, stars and wishes.
I'll give Cricket the star because I liked the wild shape for the first time. That was kind of a new thing we've seen busted out. And it was a bear, and obviously that plays with bear, so I like that. That was fun. Wishes. I really just hope I don't die after taking 40 points of damage. That's legitimately where I'm at right now.
That's a pretty fair wish to have.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys have taken some major hits and are surprisingly still standing. So
I mean, for a moment, some of us weren't.
that is true. That's true. Jubilee.
I am going to give my star to Rihu for all of his badass monk stuff today. All of the key points were spent, and also for taking 43 points of damage like a champ and not dying.
You'd almost say he was a key player.
Everybody but Tom has been doing puns all day today.
That's true. This is so strange.
Yeah.
And then my wish is that Jubilee does find out that those contracts belong to her parents after she talks to Morin Duke's ghost spirit energy stuff.
All right. Raja.
My star would go to Vantalord for healing us up when we were down. Just really helped out that little bit. Let us get heals from other sources and then get on with the battle and help out instead of being almost half our party gone. And then I'd say a wish would be that she would just die someday. I feel like we've done damage to her.
We've done so much damage, guys. Like, so much.
It has been quite a bit. This is what
Like,
you're
in the
facing.
beginning, Morin Duke seemed like a really strong guy. Man. He's been dead for a long time.
Yeah, right. We killed him so early. Man.
All right. Next one on the screen, Vantalord.
Oh, I'm giving this to Julie. You know, I'm just gonna get up on a table and I'm gonna firebolt at me. It reminds me of back playing World of Warcraft. You know, people just randomly get on the table and start doing stupid stuff. It makes me laugh.
Are you even a little bit surprised?
No, but it still made me laugh. So, yeah, I didn't just deal with me being a little more serious than normal today. Yeah, I am totally with Raja at this point. You know, the paladin in me is just wishing this evil lady needs to be purged. She needs to die, and I want to do the killing blow out of pure anger.
And lastly is Cricket.
I'm gonna give my star to Raja because for the first half of this fight, if we recall, I was very useless and didn't actually do anything, and so it felt good that at least me standing next to her, Raja was getting all this extra sneak attack damage on her, and I was like, all right, at least he's hitting for some extra stuff because I'm standing here. So, star to Raja for sure. And then I guess my wish. I don't know if this is feasible or not, but especially because we're talking about like this specific fight, but I want to know more. Like, I'm in a bear form, so I'm probably not gonna do anything with this, but like I would love to interrogate her. Like I want to know where she's coming from, who she works for. That was one of the reasons why I was trying to trap her in the gem, was so that like she was powerless and maybe we could have like a better plan of trying to get info out of her. But I don't think
It's not gonna happen.
Is probably happening.
Bantalore is angry. He's going after her with a vengeance.
Have you even hit her
Sorry.
once yet?
I've hit her a couple times, but she has such a fast movement compared to my short little legs.
Yeah.
Like, she was moving 50 to 60 feet in a go.
I think if anybody deserves the killing blow, it should be Rihu or Raja because they've done so much damage to her.
I should have gave
Oh,
her
yeah.
like 100 feet of movement each time.
No.
But she still got some tricks up her sleeve. There's definitely some stuff coming, and she definitely got her recharge ability back. So we'll see what that does to
Right.
y'all.
Great.
Fine then. Should we just finish this off, the stream? So, if you're watching and have not followed, if you followed and have not subscribed, if you subscribe and your subscription has lapsed, and finally, if you are currently subscribed and not part of our fantastically large Discord community, we have one question for you today.
What are you doing? And of course, Thieves Can't for 5
Oh,
minutes.
jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Nope, Thieves Can't.
Thieves can't.
These can't.
My wrist gets so tired.
We have to remember, because this battle has lasted 3 sessions, I have to like remember all of the things, like
two
that I'm
sessions.
wild. No, but we were gonna go into our 3rd
Oh,
session of
yes,
this battle.
that's true. Yes.
With still no spell slots.
Yeah,
from me or
yeah.
Katie.
I mean, I don't have 0 spell slots, but I'm very, very limited, which is why I've been doing things like trying
Yes.
to trap her in a gem and wild shaping.
DM, I have no spell shapeshift into a bear. The bears.
Yeah, I
I
still
think
have
I
all my
can read
level
now,
1
right?
spell slots.
Right now.
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
pretty sure
no
you can.
spell slots. I have one more thing that I can do that's not a spell.
And I
have one
believe
more, like,
we rated.
historical thing.